Pee pee poo poo check. Pee pee poo poo check. Cool. We sound sexy. We sound good. We sound lit. We sound live. Okay. Ooh, all right. Perfect. We let Discord know. Let me copy paste the link. Guys, I'm getting better at this streaming thing, I promise. Why? Fuck. Hold on. Please. Fuck. How do I, guys, do you know how to turn off stream? I accidentally X'd out of the thing that, okay, here we go. Hold on. Okay. Hopefully that turns streamer mode off. Fuck. Do y'all know how to turn off streamer mode in Discord? I deadass X'd out of it when it came up on top. Fuck. Maybe privacy? Shit. Yo, I'm so bad at this streamer thing. Just when I was like, oh, dude, I'm getting so fucking good at this. So fucking good at this, chat. Not good. Yo, boy's a fucking mess. Where can I find a Discord link for my shit? Maybe on my Beacons page? Do I even remember what my Beacons page is? Let's find out. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. We're having technical difficulties with the Discord. Hell yeah. I think I found it. Let's fucking go. We found it, chat. We found it. Okay. Hold on. Copy link address. Here we go. Y'all, I had to fucking do tricks on it to get you guys this Discord link. All right? You better fucking join. Y'all better fucking join, chat. All right? Y'all ain't joining the Discord. I don't know what y'all doing. All right? Perfect. All right. Let me say hi to some people. All right? How we living? What's up, Ara, Molly, Ash here, Jane Cat, Maddie, welcome to the stream, guys. Ramona, Paper Jam Productions, Nicole, Ali, Althea, welcome to the stream. Shayla, Tyann. Oh my God, Sammy, what are you doing over on the YouTube? The fuck? Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Woof, good to see you. Donnie, good to see you. Roadkill, what's up? Zeno! Yo, Zeno fucking bullying me today in Discord chat. Everybody say boo, boo, Zeno, boo. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. But Zeno, for real, I'm 7'6". Ari, welcome to the stream. Jay Lopez, welcome to the stream. John Man, welcome to the stream. Sue, always good to see you. Oh my God, Sammy's in the Twitch chat too? Goddamn, Sammy's fucking everywhere, chat. Dr. Moonphase, welcome to the stream. CK Loves Crime, welcome to the stream. Jalen, hello. Agnieszka, welcome to the stream. Socket, welcome to the stream. Buggy, welcome to the stream. Black Beauty, good to see ya. Datiana, oh my God, Maggie. What up, Maggie? What concert? I'm going to see Puya tonight. Kind of spurred a moment. Found some friends that were going and I was like, fuck it, bro. Why not? What's up, Caroline? Holy shit, you have not been here in a while. Good to see you. Addie, good to see ya. Tails Liver, good to see ya. Yetta, always good to see you. Sorry, Yetta, since your name is highlighted, sometimes I miss it. But hello. What's up, Neil Eats Raccoons? I'm just gonna call you Neil. What's up, Neil? Oh, Gender Ghost, hello. Welcome to the stream, Gender Ghost. Anna, welcome to the stream. Harmony. It's like Hermione, but like with a harmonica. Welcome to the stream. Glad you guys could do it. Just downloaded Discord for you. Hell yeah. Let's go, guys. Join the Discord, all right? Join the Discord. We have fun in there. Hey, if you guys are on the YouTube, make sure to like up the stream. I feel like we get it to like 25 likes, chat. Right off the rip. Right off the rippy dippy. What's up, Lunar Wolf? Cryptid. Whoosh poppin', chat. Zero, welcome to the stream. What the fuck you mean, Boozino? I definitely said Boozino. Oh my god, Ren! How are you doing, Ren? You haven't been here in a hot minute. Where have you been, bro? Garfy, welcome to the stream. Happy Tuesday, it's exam season. Oh, fuck, bro. I'm so glad to not be in school anymore, chat. Not gonna lie. That shit sounds terrible. So, Raiden, welcome to the stream. Silver Nevermore Gaming, welcome to the stream. Playing the Minecraft April Fool's snapshot. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know where that is. Hey, just a new user, welcome to the stream. Kimmy, welcome to the stream. I always like to like up the stream on YouTube, then go back to Twitch. Let's go, Kimmy. Kimmy gets it, chat. Kimmy gets it, bro. I've been playing games with friends anytime you stream. Damn, Ren, you putting your friends before chat? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Well, I hope you're doing well. Always good to see you in chat again. What's up, King of Zanes? North Carolina is still on fire? Really? Hey, thank you guys for the likes. I appreciate y'all. Freak level 100, welcome to the stream. Sorry, he doesn't know Minecraft. Guys, I haven't played Minecraft probably since I was in high school. But like, full disclosure, I don't play video games like that, chat. Like, the video game I play the most is Fortnite, and I haven't played that in like weeks because the only reason I play Fortnite is to like catch up with my friends. Like, that's all I be doing. Like, Fortnite for me is like a thing that I can play with my buddies and catch up on their lives. I'm having seizures, it's fire. That doesn't sound very Fire Alley. We're supposed to be getting some more rain this week. Okay, that's nice. What's up, kid? Cancel Sarby? Yeah, fucking do it. I don't care. I've been playing Marvel Rivals. Okay, all right. Sarby should play It Takes Two. Who am I going to be playing it with? In North Carolina, it's definitely on fire. Damn. No Red Dead? I never played Red Dead, chat. There's no way Sarby doesn't play Minecraft. I think you guys very misunderstand what my life looks like. I work all the time. And when I'm not, I'm like usually sleeping, watching something with beans, like hi Mia. My background noise while I do an entire group project because my group is incompetent, bro. Group projects are the worst, chat. Whoever invented them needs to be publicly stoned. And not in the fun way. Hey, welcome to the stream, Gizzy Skiz. Mittens and Abby, welcome to the stream. Oh no. Oh no. Do you celebrate April Fool's Day? Yeah, guys, I'm quitting streaming. I don't know. I've never been good at jokes, guys. I'm so bad. Oh my god, you know what we should do, chat? I can't do it today, guys, because we have to fucking lock in today. Bob, thank you for the gifted 5 memberships on YouTube. Okay, Bob. All right. I love it. Bob, thank you for the 5 gifted. W Bob, if you guys got a gifted membership from Bob, just make sure you say thank you. W Bob for real. Thank you for supporting, Bob. I appreciate you. Hopefully we'll see you in chat here. Y'all, I gotta show you guys. So we pulled a prank on, when I was in the content house, we pulled a prank on one of the creators by hiring fake police to arrest him. And it was so hard for me not to start laughing. I am so bad at pranks, guys. I am so bad at them. Like, unbelievably bad at them. You should play Heyday. It's elite. What game is that, Maggie? Like, what do you do in it? Hey, Thantos, welcome to the stream. We reached 25 likes on YouTube for you. Thank you guys. I appreciate y'all. Look at that, little 54 people on YouTube, 47 on Twitch. Let's go, guys. Dude, this is gonna be a goated stream, guys. No GTA. I did play GTA, actually. I did play GTA, but I never owned GTA. I only played GTA when I was hanging out with friends. Oh, no. Oh, no. Bro's too busy to be a gamer boy. Honestly, yeah. Save me, I have 2 group projects. No! It Takes Two is an awesome game for me and my husband. I heard it's really fun. Sammy, what's up? Temis and Historios, welcome to the stream. Jessica, welcome to the stream. We got to lock in. We do got to lock in today, chat. I have to read a bunch of stories to try to wrap it up so that we have a video for my editor. But keep in mind, guys, I am going to I'm going to try to stream. Okay, I can't really talk about it, but this weekend's kind of packed for me. I'm going to try to stream Wednesday, Thursday for you guys. And then there might be a stream this weekend. I just can't announce anything right now. Oh no. What happened? I hate it when it does that, chat. I'm trying to get through all your stuff. Was in the middle of editing my first YouTube video before you rudely interrupted me. Good. What's up, Shark Tail? Welcome to the stream. Praise, welcome to the stream. You don't know Heyday? It's a phone game. Okay. I don't play very many games on my phone. I mean, Maggie, you know me, bro. Like, if I'm on the phone, it's to like fucking grind. In the middle of watching Apothecary Diaries? What is that? Killer Lady, thanks for being on Twitch and YouTube. Yisrael, welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming through. I hate it when it does that, chat. Dude, I read this too fast and I thought you said my kitty has an anal vet appointment. I was like, what? Hey, what's up, Tasha? Oh, the sign isn't on. You right, guys. My bad. You right. Oh my god, it's snowing, chat. I mean, none of the snow is gonna stick, but god damn, chat. Hey, Bob just joined the Beans Supremacy membership group. Welcome to the Beans Supremacy, Bob. Welcome, welcome. Guys, if you want, I have a $5 a month tier for people who want early access to the YouTube videos. So if you guys have ever wanted them early and you want to support me monetarily, you can do that. If not, you're always welcome. Just hang. You're always welcome to watch the videos when they come out. Ben here to save me from losing my mind at work. I got you, Kubin. Welcome to the stream. Hey, welcome to the stream, Celia. I be playing Bloons on my phone all the time. I haven't played that game probably since I was in middle school, bro. I love that game. What do you think about the guy that's been talking for like 20 hours? Is that me? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't know who you're talking about. I mean, good for him. Olympic level yapper. I'm here for it. Do you have any games on your phone looking ass? No, I don't. The answer is no. For a YouTuber, Ben is weirdly chronically offline. Honestly, guys, like, and it's probably a bad thing, but also a good thing. Like, I am very chronically offline. Very, very chronically offline. I like to just, like, I like to create content, not necessarily consume it. Snowing at 70 degrees here down in Florida. Must be fucking nice, bro. Must be nice. You guys are crazy. You guys got way better, what do you call it, weather than we do. Sorry, guys. I'm a little tired today, but we're gonna fucking plug through it, chat. Don't you worry. Moody, welcome to the stream. Thank you for giving me a chance to entertain ya. We're gonna get started with stories here. We probably should get started with stories here. But you need to lock the fuck in and give people what they want. Yap streams. Yo, honestly, Yetta, these past couple of weeks have been like the busiest of my life, bro. I feel like I'm always trying to like catch up on my shit. Fuck, and now with this move, it might be kind of hard to. I don't know. I think after this weekend, I should be able to lock the fuck in. This is my first week with my editor testing out her helping me edit pretty much all my videos. So once I know that she can consistently do that, I'm down to fucking yap some more, you know? Glad you aren't dead though. That's good. Thank you. I'm also glad I'm not dead. It's raining in California right now. I definitely don't have better the weather than you've been. Oh yeah, I forgot. Zeno, you're in Canada, right? You give me Scott Kramer vibe. I don't know who that is. Cory Booker spoke out against the current administration on the Senate floor for like 13 plus hours. Hell yeah. All right, I could get behind that. Like saying that our presidency in America sucks ass, because like, yeah. Yap it up, boy. Bro, you guys know I could yap. We'll get there, Chad. Don't you worry. Lynn, welcome to the stream. Mariah, it's in the 50s in New York. Oh, must be fucking nice. Listening to Sarby while I drink some root beer and eat goldfish. Dude, I haven't had goldfish in fucking forever. I kind of want goldfish now. The salt is so good on them. I don't know what they put in that shit, but it's so good. Didn't know you were going live today? Yeah, I kind of announced it super late. 9 hours north of you? Fuck. That's brutal. My job went from maybe 10 hours a week to not sure if when I'll get my next day off so fast. Today was day 6. God damn. Hey, stack that bread, Addy Bear. Hey, I watch every video you put out at work. It's low-key my therapy at times. Appreciate you for working even when you're unwell. Hugs for beans. Thank you, Bob. Hey, I appreciate this opportunity you guys have given me. So seriously, thank you guys. And Bob, thank you for another 5 gifted. Yo, Bob, thank you so much for your generosity, bro. I mean, you just watching the videos is plenty enough for me, but thank you for supporting me. And guys, if you got a gifted membership from Bob, please say thank you in chat. Okay, guys? Thank you for supporting me, Bob. I'm super looking forward to making even more videos for you. I pinky promise. We got plenty more coming. Use your free will, Sarby. Eat a birthday cake. See, if I use my free will, it wouldn't be to buy a birthday cake. You know? Caught me at shower time again. Wilbur, I'm actually in your walls. Only starting stream. I actually have to end stream because now you're out of the shower. I was supposed to go for a 2-mile, 3-mile walk, but now that we yapping, I can't do chat and sweat out the bad vibes at the same time. I feel like you can. Is this on a treadmill or is this outside walk? What you doing with your free will, King? Wiping front to back instead of back to front. I don't know why that was the first thing that came to my mind, but I'm rolling with it. What's up, Stephanie? Welcome to the stream. What if free will is an illusion? You're an illusion. I'm so glad I can fucking still make you guys man privilege. Yeah, actually, you're probably right with that, huh? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Back to front would not be, that would not be sanitary for women, huh? I didn't even think about that. That is man privilege. That's crazy. Lines up with the piss king. Oh my God. How does that line up with the piss king? Y'all just stretching now. Y'all just stretching for that piss king dig, you know? I listen to your streams on walks all the time. Hell yeah. Sorry, we want shitballs? You don't want shitballs? Kathy is an illusion? No, she's not. Kathy, you guys have heard Kathy, bro. Kathy ain't AI generated. What's up, Yuki? Welcome to the stream. Step up your game, sorry. Wipe front and back separately. No. Sounds inefficient. You're asking for the piss kink harassment. I don't remember asking for it, chat. I do not. Kathy is a hologram like Cortana? That'd be kind of crazy, actually. Then who birthed me? Did I get birthed by... Am I a hologram? Ooh. Do. They talk about his supposed piss kink like daily. You guys do talk about my piss kink all the time, bro. My alleged piss kink. Sarby is baby girl? Maybe I am. Skill issue. Sometimes I miss being somewhat carefree in school, but then I remember at least I have free will and adult money now, and that's just like, dude, I do not want to be back in school. The thought of having to go to class and doing homework and taking tests actually makes me a little suicidal in Fortnite. Yeah, Sarby's baby girl. Damn. All right. That alleged came a bit late, brother. Oh, fuck. Y'all are crazy, bro. You're the one pissing all the time, bro. It's because I'm hydrated, Tyann. What, you want me to be dehydrated and die? I have nightmares about school and then realize I'm grown and having... No, Kelly, I shit you not, guys. I have a reoccurring dream where I am like the last week of a semester before I'm supposed to graduate, and I'm failing all my classes. I've been skipping a math class for like the entire semester, and I have to like pass all my classes, learn the material in this class. I shit you guys not. Like, I have been out of school for fucking 6 years. I haven't touched school in 6 years. Every once in a while, that dream just pops up, and I wake up, chat. I am losing my mind, anxious, and then I finally come to the realization, I'm like, that's not real. Like, that's not... like, I don't know, Kelly. That's literally happens to me all the time, and I don't understand why. Like, I haven't thought about school in years, and yet my brain is like, let's just fuck with him. You know? He hasn't felt extremely anxious in a long time. Let's just fucking slap the shit out of him while he's sleeping. Waking up at 5 makes me want to waterboard myself. I know somebody who's waking up at like 2:40 a.m. every day to go to work. That is some dedication, all right? In my school, we literally have the number to the National Suicide Hotline on the back of our student IDs. That is insane. Whoa. That is actually like fucking crazy. That is insane. It's because school had been your life for all 4 developmental years. Yeah, but also, guys, like, I never related to that. Like, I never skipped classes that heavily. I don't know why it does that to me, bro. What's up, Primus? Raiden making it over to the YouTube chat. All right. What the fuck? I mean, dude, that's crazy. If y'all got to put the suicide hotline number on the back of your student IDs, like, maybe it's time to switch up what that school's about, bro. Like, let's implement school systems that don't make kids want to soup decide. You know, I think that's a fair claim, chat. Wasn't here, but I wanted to come in and thank whoever gifted me a channel membership. That was Bob Hera. Welcome to the stream. Now you got to stay forever. Sorry, you're not allowed to leave. Leaf River Studios, welcome to the stream. The artificial artificer, no worries, bro. You're good. Welcome to the stream. Chat, I love yapping with y'all. Y'all know I'd fucking yap for weeks if you guys let me. But we do be kind of having to start the video, okay? I actually genuinely, let me check my phone real quick. I actually genuinely don't know. Okay. I'm going to this concert with some people and like dead ass, I tried to like figure out what the plan was and nobody like, it was kind of like, yeah, like we'll figure it out. And then the concert's in 3 hours, 3 hours and 15 minutes and no plans. So, so we're just gonna fucking raw dog this stream and I'm gonna have to keep an eye on my phone and basically be like, gonna see where they're at, what they're doing. I mean, worst case scenario, I could just roll up to the concert. I think at least one of the people I'm going with is planning on drinking, but I honestly don't need to drink that hard, chat. I could live without drinking. High key. Is this the one? No. This is the one. Okay, cool. So yeah, I really, guys, I want to cook through some of these stories, all right? Holy fuck, we got 79 people on the YouTube already? Bro, I don't know. Listen, like, I love being on Twitch, bro. And I want to, like, build my audience on Twitch. YouTube's kind of cooking with live streams. I can't lie. Like, my live streams get a lot of people in there now. I feel like once I regularly establish more streams, we'll be fucking off to the races, chat. Off to the races. Guys, if you're on the YouTube, make sure to like up the stream. We got 78 people in there, but only 40 likes. I feel like we can get that to like 55, chat. All right? Help me out. Help me out, cuties. We got 48 people on the Twitch. Make sure you're following no matter where you're at. Turn on those post notifications. Alrighty, you guys. Let's get rocking and rolling. I don't remember. Okay, not super long story, but sounds juicy. Okay, I turned off my music. I was like, did I turn off my music? Coworker shares private information about me in a meeting. Posted to r/Ratschlag. And I think that's because posts were translated from German to English. Shout out homegirl Yetta. Originally posted on September 20th, 2024. Hey everyone, I, female 27, really need your advice on how to handle this situation. I work an office job and next to me sits the executive assistant, female 61. We don't get along well because she treats me like her daughter. I notice it every time it happens and ask her to stop, but she doesn't. Today we were in a tense meeting discussing a sensitive topic for the company. The atmosphere was already strained among the 8 participants. At some point, our boss suggested taking a break or calling it a day. I agreed that ending the meeting might be a better option. The assistant then looked at me weirdly and in a very aggressive tone said, "Well, you sure know a lot about terminations." There was a brief and awkward silence before she immediately added, "because she had an abortion." That is unfucking believable. Listen, y'all, I know she's 60 and OP's like 27, but like, if OP just, you know, little right hand, I don't think I'd blame her, bro. That is so fucking far out of line. How did she even know that? That's insane. I was completely stunned and had no idea how to react. My colleagues were just as shocked. I just wished everyone a nice weekend, left the room, and went home early. It's true that I had an abortion this year, but I have no idea how she found out. Only 2 people in my life know about it, and she doesn't know either of them. Regardless, I find it absolutely unacceptable to bring something like that up, especially in a professional setting, whether it's relevant to the discussion or not. Now I'm wondering what steps I can take. We don't have a workers' council or We don't have a workers' council. Our HR representative is based at another location and is currently on extended sick leave. Our boss sees these kinds of conflicts as personal issues that should be resolved between the individuals involved. What kind of dog shit company do you work at where an HR representative is gone and like not replaced? I don't know, to me, in like a big company, an HR representative is really fucking important. Also, dog shit boss. I plan to confront the assistant on Monday. Could there be legal consequences for her? Or do I just have to accept this and move on? I'd really like to appreciate any advice. Thanks in advance. I kind of want to look at the comments of this one, guys, because I actually don't know legally. Oh, it's in German. I forgot about that, chat. Any English comments by chance? Oh, no, we are. Okay. All right. Well, does anyone know Yetta? Is Yetta still in here? Homegirl Yetta. Like, do you think there's any legal? I mean, if it's not illegal, it should be illegal, you know? Like, there definitely should be consequences here. Because that, also, my main concern here is how the fuck did she know? How the hell did she have that information? Because, like, I don't know. I mean, I've never had to get an abortion, obviously, because I'm a stupid man. But also, I've never, like, been with a girl while she had to do it. And if that were the case, I would not be running around telling other people. Like, I'd keep that pretty much to myself, you know? Like, it's not something you have to be ashamed of, but it's definitely something that, like, maybe you keep on the DL just because it's a sensitive topic. But, like, yeah, you know, like, that's not something she just brings up at a company party. Like, yeah, I don't know. What are we saying, guys? What are we saying? Is Yetta in here? Well, I want to look at Yetta's shit. What is the question? What should be illegal? I mean, more that, like, I mean, like, okay, the way I look at this, Yetta, is like, this is unacceptable in, like, American terms, you know? Like, there should be an HR set up to be reported, and that's in America. And she was basically asking, like, is there any legal consequences that she could take for that? Because I don't know if you know what, now that I'm saying that, I don't think there'd be legal, but, like, is there anything legal against the company? Because, like, a company that doesn't have systems in place to, like, punish an individual that says something like that should absolutely have those things set up, right? Ooh, I bet that lady knows a person at the abortion clinic. That's how she knew. That would be crazy shit. Wouldn't that be against HIPAA? Wait, do they have HIPAA in Germany? Chat, I genuinely don't fucking know. I'm afraid it's more unmoral than illegal. Okay. Oh, what up, Mbem? Lady Morgan, good to see you. HIPAA is kind of universal, I think. Oh, I don't know. Drake and Eyes, welcome to the stream. It does have an update, don't you worry, guys. I'm just trying to like I wouldn't even know what to do in this situation, chat. Get fired for throwing hands. Like, don't listen to me. All right, don't listen to me. I'm probably not the person to listen to, but, like, also, like, that shit would not have flown if that was me. Like, I wouldn't have said I gotta go and then left the office. Like, I would have been getting pulled off a coworker. Or excuse me, my coworkers would have been pulling me off of her. Like, that's insane. That is actually fucking crazy. Sounds like the boss gave permission to throw hands with impunity. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Slapping some manners into that old bitch. I could check the German post comments. Yo, yeah, I'm actually kind of down for that. I'm actually, I'm going to put it in the Discord for you. Like, could you skim them really quick and let me know if there's anything helpful there? I'm going to put it in Piss Club. Just, yeah, to put anything important, like, into the Discord, please. Like, I just want to know if, like, legally there's something that you can do in Germany. People know each other in Germany. They're super chatty and no kind of HIPAA could stop German gossip. I would have called my union representative and asked the legal frame of this issue. I don't know, man. I mean, I just think you're working at a bad company. If your boss hears that someone said that shit and they're not infuriated by that, you need to get a new job. I'd go to jail. I mean, that's low-key how I feel too, bro. Those are fighting. Is that beans? It's a little. I don't think that's beans. Yeah, no, the nose isn't right. What the fuck, you guys? Whomst? I don't know how I feel about this one, guys. How the fuck do you have 2 videos? Okay. Goose, thank you for resubscribing at 3 months at tier 1. I appreciate you, Goose. Thank you for supporting me. Hello to you too, Goose. Thanks for coming through. Yetta, how we doing? How we rocking and rolling? It's your evil twin. Yeah, Kathy had 2 of us. Someone impersonating you? Not really, no. Evil Sarby as a concept is hilarious. I mean, I thought that was just how I normally was. I feel like the other duality is good Sarby, not evil Sarby. Who is this, bro? Someone's trolling for real. Sarby alter ego. Be careful, he's gonna replace you. Damn. Watch evil Sarby actually be 7'6". You guys are crazy. Okay, so our resident German Yetta said some say she should consult a lawyer just in case. No lawyers in comments so far, though. All right. Well, neutral Sarby. There is no good Sarby. That's crazy. You guys are funny. Okay, let's do it. I think we gotta hop into it, chat. I think we just gotta see what the update is. Okay. Update, same post, September 26th, 2024. About 6 days after the original post. On Monday, I had a meeting with a lawyer, and it was definitely worth it. During the meeting with the lawyer, my boss called me and asked me to come to the office for a clarifying conversation. After discussing with my lawyer, I went to the office to have the conversation. The assistant greeted me in tears and insisted that it wasn't meant like that. The fuck do you mean it wasn't meant like that? I mean, I guess we're getting the English translation from German, but that would be an insane misunderstanding if you didn't mean it like that. If it wasn't meant like that. I took my favorite colleague with me as a witness/support, and we entered the meeting. Given the sensitive nature of the topic, I asked for minutes to be taken, which everyone agreed to. In the conversation, my boss explained that such behavior between colleagues would not be tolerated, and the assistant had to apologize and promise that it wouldn't happen again. I then asked what consequences would follow, to which he seemed confused and asked if I wanted consequences since an apology was given. Who the fuck made this guy the boss? Like, oh, well, she said she was sorry because she was forced to do so. Isn't that enough? Fucking no. What? Naturally, I demanded consequences for the assistant and clarification about the data leak. I also told... Oh, the fact that she knew it. I also told the boss that it was outrageous that he was asking if I wanted consequences instead of implementing them himself, especially when it comes to something as sensitive as spreading private information. He became a bit grumpy, but explained that it wasn't a data leak and that he had just slipped up. Wait, so the boss is the data leak? The boss is the one who told the assistant that OP got an abortion? When I asked where he got this information from, he bluntly admitted that he learned about it through his daughter-in-law. He even followed up with, but you couldn't even tell you had the procedure. Fucking what? You couldn't even tell you had the procedure. What does that have to do with anything? Also, does he know how abortions work? It's not like you get I seriously thought I was going to flip out in that room, but fortunately I managed to stay composed. I asked for confirmation of his statement to make sure everything was understood correctly, and then had everyone sign the protocol. I got up, wished everyone a nice day, and informed him that my lawyer would be contacting him, and we'd go from there. One of the 6 colleagues who was in the meeting on Friday approached me afterwards, apologized for not saying anything in the moment, and wished me luck, strength, and that someone would react better than he did if something like this happened again. I really appreciated that. 3 days later, here's where we stand. The assistant received her 3rd warning. I don't know where the first 2 came from. Today, I received confirmation that she has to leave the company. I think my boss would have preferred not to make this decision, but since the situation spread very quickly through the office grapevine, it seems to have influenced his decision. I mean, what about this fucking boss? Like, he's clearly a fucking numbnut too. Also, I still am just not understanding how he even got this information. You know what I'm saying? Like, is OP like best friends with his daughter-in-law? Like, yeah, the assistant fucked up, but like, so did the boss. As for the clinic, the first contact was made through my lawyer. I didn't personally call or inform the data protection officer. The lawyer took care of that. The lady at the clinic no longer works there. Oh, whoever said it. The lady at the clinic no longer works there, as the lead doctor seemed to be aware of the risks. He apologized both over the phone and in writing, and I'll be receiving a nice compensation. Okay. So, it wasn't explained, but I think the boss's daughter-in-law worked at the clinic. So whoever said that shit in the comments, I don't remember who it was, but y'all, you were fucking eating. And with my employer, we were able to agree on a very nice severance package, and the termination of my employment is happening soon. These are all nice solutions, but there are still civil and criminal proceedings ongoing, which I can't discuss right now. The lawyer is motivated to bring further consequences, especially regarding GDPR violations. Oh, it's just Sarby looking up some corporate terms that he doesn't understand because he makes silly little YouTube videos. GDPR stands for General Data Protection Regulation, a law that protects personal data in the European Union. It went into effect in 2018. Got it. Cool. Got it. Okay, well then that wasn't even me just being stupid, not corporate. That was me not knowing anything about Europe because I live in America, which honestly sucks to live in right now. All I can say is don't tolerate this kind of treatment. Last Friday, I was completely overwhelmed and unsure how to handle it, but I received so much support and perspective, especially here on Reddit, that I was able to navigate the situation and seek help. All right, so TLDR, Fat W Wubby, OP might be able to get some Sue money rocking and roll. I mean, that's just so yikes, man. I don't fuck with that. What a series of awful fucking people. I have to give OP credit because she was way more composed than I ever would have been, chat. Like, I would have berated the boss. I would have thrown hands on this old lady. Like, that's fucking so wild. Props OP. Props OP. That is wow. Just wow. What's up, Spy in the Ceiling? Livy, welcome to the stream. Lost in Fire, always good to see you. Imagine data protection laws. I'm so jealous. Yeah, must be nice. Whoa, wait. Who had 15 kidney stones? What the fuck? Sorry, be Google time. I feel like we have a Google time every stream. Something pops up and I'm like, I'm just a silly boy who read Reddit. I don't know everything, so I Google. Yeah, Shark Toe. I feel the exact same way. I had a medical abortion at 14 weeks. You would never be able to tell that it happened or that I was pregnant. What a wild thing to say. That's what I was thinking, Shayla. I was like, how the fuck? Like, what did he mean by that? Here's the thing is, I think he also could have potentially meant something along the lines of like, you didn't even act like you got an abortion or whatever. Which, like, also, fucking yeah. Like, you don't let that manifest at your fucking job, bro. You deal with that yourself, with your friends, your family. Like, not gonna run around your job being like, guys, I got an abortion. You know, like, what the fuck? Oh, what is Bob doing? I work night shift, so unfortunately I have to leave the chat to sleep, but it's always awesome seeing you, dude. I'm flying to Colombia in 17 days to see my long-distance girlfriend 3,000 miles away. That's actually sick, Bob. Bob, I hope you have so much fun with your girlfriend. Thank you for tuning into stream. I'm glad you could come in here as well. I hope to see you in a future stream. And if you do a night shift, I haven't done a late night stream in a long time, chat, actually. But maybe it's to be done. I do, when I get in my new place, I definitely want to do a 24-hour live stream. Did somebody gift more? Oh shit, Bob. Bob gifted another 5 memberships. I apologize. I must have been reading when that happened. Bob, thank you for the another 5 gifted memberships. That's 15 total. Bob, if you're in the Discord, DM me. For top gifters, I send them a signed picture from me and Beans. So if you want that, join the Discord and DM me personally, and I will send you the link to fill out a form. Thank you. This is the most supportive chat. No, for real, bro. This chat is hella supportive. I love my chat. I love my chat. I love people who are willing to say, I don't understand that, and proceed to Google. Yeah. We're just here to understand, bro. I feel like this is my time to like deal with complicated issues and like not always 100% be right and just like have you guys to double check me. Like, it's fun. There's no human out there who's 100% right or knows everything 100% to a T. So it's just kind of fun to do that with everybody, you know? You should do girly self-care stuff for the 24-hour stream. I could definitely do that, Tyann. I would just do that anyways. Like, I'm just loving the nails. Thank you. Oh my God. Ren with a 5 gifted. God damn. Ren, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming in stream and supporting Ren. Guys, if you got a gifted membership from Ren, make sure to say thank you, all right, guys? We have good manners here in chat, y'all. We have good manners. Ren, always out here supporting, bro. Hey, Molly. Welcome to Bean Support Group. Thank you for joining the membership, Molly. Welcome, welcome. Guys, just a heads up, that lowest tier, I haven't done it in a bit. I just haven't had time, but I've been going through. I've uploaded like hundreds of videos. When I was like 16, I was doing this shit, and I've been slowly trying to go through my old videos and add like new ones for you guys. Because it's kind of fun. Like I post them as members only videos, and then people can see them and like see me as like a cringe 18-year-old vlogging while I was at college. Like, that's one of the videos that's up. So if you become a member at any tier, you get access to those videos. I'll try to do that this week, actually. I'll go through and I'll do the thing. Oh, what did Ren say? I have savings. Thank you, Ren. I appreciate you supporting, Ren. Always coming in here and being super generous. Not only to me, but to my chat, bro. I appreciate you. You guys, should we keep going? Keep it rocking and rolling? How many subs for a signed pick? 5. 5 gifted on, 5 gifted on Twitch. On YouTube, whatever would equal like $25, because that's what 5 gifted is on Twitch, I believe. You should do a late night streams, because I can't gift on YouTube when I'm at work because it doesn't let you from the phone. Oh, to be honest, guys, I think I just need to start doing more weekend streams. I would really like, I need to get in the flow, guys. I would really like Sundays recording a reading Reddit video, Monday, Tuesday recording reading Reddit videos, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday no streams, or Wednesday, Thursday break, Friday, Saturday fun streams. I would like to get into that, or like experimental streams is what I should call it. Kitty is watching stream with me. You should send a picture of it in the Discord. Hey, Molly, I'm glad YouTube put me on your algorithm. Shout out YouTube, bro. Please do a stoner stream. Guys, I am not gonna lie. If I get high, speaking is very hard when I'm high. Maybe too, I was just talking to someone about this. Apparently sativa is supposed to be like almost similar to like ADHD medication. Like, there's a lot of research done on this. And so I actually do want to try a sativa strain and see how I feel on it, because like usually I get like hybrids, and whenever I smoke, guys, I can't talk. Like, y'all, when I like am talking to girls like on the phone or in person, like I can't be high because I genuinely like overthink the things that I say to them, and like it's impossible to rizz up, you know? So I feel like it'd be kind of similar on stream, where like I would be on stream and I wouldn't know what to say. Beans is sleeping in the room. He just chilling. He chilling. Know me. Thanks for joining Bean Support Group. Let's go. Know me in chat. Bro, we're building the memberships. Drunk stream win? Y'all, I have to do research into the drunk stream and even the stoner streams because I know Twitch isn't wild about them. But I know it's people do them. I just have to figure out like what's bannable and what's not, you know? But honestly, guys, I haven't been drinking that much lately. Try a sativa with high terpenoline. Former bud tender. Okay, Tara. Thank you for the tip. I appreciate it. Bud tender coming in hot. Welcome to the stream, by the way, Black. Taylor, welcome to the stream. I'm at the climbing gym and still got you in my ear. Hell yeah. Hope you're hitting the climbing hard. I'm super like top heavy, so climbing for me is like kind of hard. Bro, get stage fright? No, I don't. I just, when I get high, I like can't, dude. You know, chat is entertainment enough. We got you. That's true. Ben talks to girls? No. Thought I was already a member. Fix it. Thank you. Know me. I appreciate you. Yeah, bro. I do not talk to girls. They scare me. Hey, River, welcome to the stream. Gray, welcome to the stream as well. Thank you guys for all y'all that it's your first time. Every stream is a stoner stream for me at home. That's fair, Micah. That is fair. Alrighty, guys. We gotta keep rocking and rolling. All right, chat. We gotta keep rocking and rolling here. All right. Next story. You guys, we got 94 people on the YouTube, but only 64 likes. I feel like, chat, I feel like we can get that to like 75, maybe 80 if we're feeling a little spicy with it. Y'all could like up the stream. That'd be greatly appreciated. Make sure you're subscribed. If you guys are on the Twitch, make sure you're following. And no matter where you're at, turn on those post notifications. Here we go. I, 26 female, think my boyfriend... Oh, sorry. Nope. I think my boyfriend is exaggerating or faking his illness. We have a 26 female OP, 30 male boyfriend. Original post March 19th, 2025. Saw someone's post yesterday about navigating life with a partner who has fibromyalgia and felt inspired to post here. I'm hoping y'all can give me some solid advice. I, 26 female, have been with my boyfriend, 30 male, for a little under 2 years. In the time we've been together, his chronic pain, which isn't connected to any particular / known condition, as he refuses to go to the doctor, has gotten worse and worse. It's reached a point where he's almost incapable of doing chores or house projects, is usually too exhausted / in pain to make or agree to plans, and getting him to do anything outside of the house together is like pulling teeth. His objections always revolve around his pain and fatigue. I've never suffered from chronic pain, and thank God, so I'm not one to judge or accuse someone of making it up, since the pain itself is invisible and my boyfriend looks perfectly healthy. But he's now been unemployed for about 4 months, and I'm starting to question things. I'm starting to feel doubtful for a number of reasons, and the main ones are that 1, he never turns down his friends' invitations to hang out, even when the activity is something physically intense like kayaking or going hiking or going to a music festival. And 2, he is never too tired in too much pain to have sex. Over time, it's almost made it seem like he's conveniently in an unbearable amount of pain when he has to do something he isn't all that interested in. For example, chores. And I'm starting to feel hurt that he just doesn't seem to want to hang out with me outside of what we do lazing around the house. I've never accused him of faking or exaggerating his pain, but I have tried to talk to him about doing more fun stuff together, and it always circles back to his pain or him accusing me of trying to keep him from spending time with his friends, which I'm not trying to do by any means. I've done a lot of research into I've done a ton of research into autoimmune disease. Oh, sorry, excuse me. I've done a ton of research into I need water, guys. Also, I'm getting a little stuffy. I didn't take my nasal decongestant. Let me go do that real quick. Okay, we're so back. Sorry, I just ADHD'd the fuck out of you guys. My bad. Ren with the 5 gifted memberships on YouTube too. Ren, you're too nice. Thank you for supporting me, Ren. I appreciate you. Guys, if you got a gifted membership or a gifted sub from Ren, make sure to say thank you in chat. All right? I'm looking at you. We got manners here, chat. I've done a ton of research into autoimmune disorders and other conditions that could be causing his problem, always bringing my findings and suggestions to him, but he just doesn't believe a doctor or any traditional medicine will help him. I'm also bothered because when we go to family outings or parties that we're both invited to, it's rare, but it does happen, he will talk anyone who listens ear off about how bad his chronic pain is and how frustrating it is to not be able to find a solution. The thing is, he's not actually looking for a solution. He just smokes weed every day and calls that good enough while lamenting and complaining that his body is the way that it is. He also refuses to return to work because of his pain. For additional context, he seems to have really extreme muscle spasms / tightness, particularly in his back. I'm happy to support him through hard times, but the fact that he won't work is getting concerning and I feel severely stuck. I'm not interested in supporting him financially on a long-standing basis, but at the moment I partially am by covering some of his expenses. If this post makes me a total a-hole for questioning the degree of my boyfriend's chronic pain, so be it. I just need help and answers. So here are my questions. Where do I go from here? Do you think it's possible that my boyfriend is using his pain as a crutch? Should I put some kind of ultimatum in place that will get him medical care / attention? Your advice is appreciated. You know what, guys? And maybe this is where I'll look to chat and YouTube comments. I don't think I can make a verdict on her, whether or not ethically her questioning something like this is a good or bad thing. Because if this is true, it's very kind of fucked up and invalidating. But I will say, I feel like her concerns somewhat make sense. And I also don't feel like she was doing it in a disrespectful way. I think she was genuinely hey, I'm just noticing things and I don't want to ignore the fact that these are some thoughts that I'm having, which I don't know, maybe that makes her an a-hole, but I don't really blame her because I think I would also be having the same thoughts if this was my partner. So the one thing I will say, because I think I can answer the where do you go from here kind of question. I mean, you kind of said it here at the end. I'm not interested in supporting him financially on a long-standing basis. I think you got to have a talk with him that's hey, what are we doing here? You're not doing anything to try to figure this out. You're not going to doctors, which I actually think that's a huge red flag, by the way. You're not going to doctors. You're not going to doctors. You're not getting a job. I think it's perfectly fine. And also it's important to see his reaction. If you say, hey, I don't see this working out long term if this continues. Because that's I think that's fine to bring up, I also kind of plan on being with somebody who has a full-time job and is doing their own full-time thing. Like I very much value that in a partner. I think it would be not necessarily unattractive, but if like I'm like not really attracted to somebody who just wants to like stay at home all the time, no matter what that reason is, just because like, I don't know, I'm like attracted to ambition. So I think it would be okay for OP to like at least bring up their concerns with him. And depending on his reaction, like if he's super against it and maybe even tries to gaslight you, like there is this one paragraph about like right here, it always circles back to his pain and him accusing me of trying to keep him from spending time with his friends. A little gaslighty. So I kind of want to see his reaction and then base it off of that. Like if he's open to being like, you know what, you're right. Let me set up a doctor's appointment or let me figure out like what job I can do, maybe work from home so that I'm the most comfortable I can be. Yeah, I think that's a move. And I don't know, we can debate in chat the ethics of her questioning it, but I think she has decent motive, chat. Saying Bean support group sounds like Bean's in a substance recovery program. Yeah, bro. He abuses the fuck out of catnip. Dude, I can't. I keep reading this and I'm like, oh, someone's just like fucking with me. You know, like I keep reading and I'm like, wow, that's a fucking hot take. And then I was like, oh, okay. He just sounds like a bad partner regardless of the illness. That's kind of how I feel too, Allie. Like it isn't maybe necessarily about the illness as much as just like low key guys. Like it kind of sounds like he needs someone who's going to basically be a mom to him and just baby the fuck out of him. What is this? You have to think that we don't want to stay home at all day. We have to. Some of our ambitions. No. Here's the thing, guys, is like, and that's fine, Hira, is like, sorry, and maybe I shouldn't have just said ambition, but like, I don't know. I just don't see, like, I'm not saying like, oh, you know, I can't be attracted to like a disabled person, but I do have to say, knowing myself, it's very hard with how hard I work to come home to somebody who doesn't have like things that they're excited about like through their career, because that's a very big thing for me. Like I'm always trying to level up my career. I'm always trying to come out with more videos, better videos, more content for you guys. And like, I like to share that with people. And it would be very hard for me to come home to somebody who was just like, yeah, I sat around all day and played video games, or I, you know, got up for a second and then scrolled on TikTok, which that's more honestly, I don't even think about it as like a disabled thing. I think of it more as like a stay-at-home mom thing, or like the trad wife people. That's more what I'm referring to. Yeah, I'm not saying that like you guys aren't ambitious if you're whatever. It's more that I just like, I really do need like a partner who's like also grinding with me. I think his selective willingness to push through his friend time but not his girlfriend time is a problem. Absolutely. He needs a reality check that his partner is not his caretaker. Yeah. Ooh, let's say that the chronic pain is real. He's still unwilling to make his girlfriend's life better and is content with letting her shoulder the burden of the relationship. Mario, that's a really good point, actually. Listen, I think everybody deals with their disability differently, but it sounds like this girlfriend wants somebody who is going to try to at least push through it so that the weight is a little less off their shoulders, you know? My question is, why did she get into a serious relationship with a man like this if she wanted something different? She's not the a-hole, but I feel like this could have been very clear if he always tells people about his disability. That's a good point, Shayla. I don't know. I mean, she did say in the time that we've been together, his chronic pain has gotten worse and worse. I don't know. That's a great question. I think there's a lot of circumstances to this story. I mean, do you guys think like she's the a-hole for even asking? I kind of see if people do think she's the a-hole, but like I said, guys, I kind of see it. Oh my God, Tabby's in here. What's up, Tabby? Not the a-hole, just not compatible. Okay, all right. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I think we're all kind of on the same page. I think not necessarily the a-hole for having her suspicions. She should communicate with him, but also really evaluate her compatibility. You know? Cool. Okay. Guys, I want to keep going. I'm very curious about this one, chat. Very curious about this one. Okay. There is one singular top comment here. I'm just going to read it. Even if he does have chronic illness, he isn't doing anything to get a diagnosis or treatment, and he is willing to push on for things that benefit him and only him. He's also developed a drug addiction he has no plans of curbing. I am chronically ill. I am busting my ass trying to find answers and help because living like this sucks. I do everything in my power to support my partner and care for our home. While sometimes that's not a ton, I always prioritize contributing to my household over kayaking, which even if I could push through to do, would put me down for a week. This man is using and taking advantage of you, disabled or not. He also has dumped this on you without you consenting to be his financial caretaker. You're not married. There's no in sickness and health here. Leave him. All right, I'm guessing that was the consensus of the comments too, if that's the only comment included in here. Let's go on to the update, guys. March 21st, 2025. 2 days after the original post. Thank you to everyone who responded to my post and was so compassionate and kind. It was incredible to hear from so many people who actively battle chronic pain/illness and those with loved ones who do. I hope to continue deepening my empathy towards anyone who is struggling with an invisible illness. On to my update. Armed with some fresh perspectives and some fresh frustrations, LOL, I talked to my boyfriend and told him that he needs to see a doctor or I will no longer be able to support him financially and stand by while he remains unemployed and unmotivated to get the help he needs. I also addressed the idea of managing/balancing his energy levels differently so that we're able to share household responsibilities more effectively, spend quality time together, and keep him doing the things he loves with his friends. His response was really bad. He told me that if I'm not willing to step up and clean around the house, something I'm already doing, that there's no use living together, and that my efforts to clean are the bare minimum and not good enough for his standards anyway. He was also really mad that I haven't taken initiative to take care of yard projects and car repairs. He sat there and spouted off a whole list of things I'm not noticing and cleaning, and once again, he was focused on this idea that I don't like his friends/am jealous of them and want him spending less time with them, which isn't true at all. Okay, yeah, bro's just a piece of shit. Chronic illness or not, absolutely a piece of shit. Lazy motherfucker. This really stung. He basically brushed over everything I said and focused on my perceived faults. This told me everything I needed to know, and I told him I was leaving. He was just mad, not sad or hurt at all. I'm still crying excessively over this whole reaction. I still don't know how real or unreal his chronic pain is, but I guess it doesn't matter anymore. Thank you again, everyone, for your support and kindness. I'm truly at a loss. God damn. No, I kind of want to check their account. They got like one more update, maybe, potentially? No? Okay. No update. All right. Yeah. Okay, so we never really got an answer of if his chronic pain was real, but we did get an answer on, is this guy a piece of shit? And the answer is yes. Good move on OP's part. I think in the long run, OP will be so much happier. And OP did communicate, which is great. Sounds like he doesn't love her. Yeah, like I said, guys, I think he literally just wanted her to be like his servant, his mom. Take care of him. He can suffer by himself. Unsurprisingly, he was taking advantage of OP. Yeah. And also, when your partner comes to you with like, hey, these are some concerns I have in the relationship, and for you to be like, yeah, actually, that's fucking stupid, and here are the real concerns of our relationship, that's a huge red flag. You know? Like, even if your partner comes to you with concerns that, like, maybe you disagree with, you don't completely dismiss them. You talk about them and you figure out, like, okay, why do you feel like that? Like, give me an example. Tell me more about how you're feeling so that you guys can work through it together. Not just like, well, actually, fuck your chicken strips and you're actually not good enough. That's an insane response to anything, I think. Any argument relationship. Or excuse me, what? Any relationship argument. Okay, so let me check my phone real quick. I gotta keep an eye on this to make sure I know the plans for tonight. Okay, nothing yet. Oh, Handkerchief, welcome to the stream. Sorry to hear that about your girlfriend, but at least she's working hard, man. That's all you can do. That's all you can ask of somebody. It's very nice that, like, you're there to support her, too. I'm sure she really appreciates that. Chat, what did I miss? I'd be working again. Nothing too much. Sorry. Hey, what's up, Crystal? How's it going? It's going pretty well. Yeah, fuck your chicken strips would be an insane argument for real. How are you doing, Crystal? How many stories have you all done? I think 2. 2? Yeah, 1, 2. Well, technically 4, but we did these 2 at the beginning of at the end of last stream. We did these 2, and then we still got 3 more that we're gonna cook through. And I think, chat, I should hop off of the stream in like an hour so I can prep for this whatchamacallit, for this concert. But I'm kind of just waiting. Like, I don't really know the vibe. Like, I don't know if we want to get there right at 7 when the doors open. Because, like, I don't really care. I could stand in the back. I'm fine with that. I'm just there for the live music, honestly. But I'm kind of just playing off of what the other people are doing. So, we're chilling. But, you guys, I kind of have to pee. I kind of got to go pith girl. That's fucking crazy, chat. Who did this? Who is this? Which one of y'all fucking clowning me like this, y'all? That's pretty funny. Wow. Just incredible, chat. Just incredible. Was that Ren? Ren, did you cook me like that? Also, Ren, are your pronouns they, them? Of course, Ben stands in the back. He's too tall for the front. You get it, Mbem. You get it. You get it, bro. It's hard being 7'6" out here, you know? Who are you going to see? I'm going to see Puya. Was that Ren, chat? Yes, I'm they, them. Oh, my bad, Ren. I definitely said he. That's on me. That's on me. Why didn't you correct me, Ren? If I ever get that wrong again, just correct me, please, okay? Please, 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 please. Okay, guys, I got it. He's gonna ban ya? I'm not gonna ban him. I'm not gonna ban him. That's a really funny one. I love this picture. Like, I think this shit's really funny. Like, when, no, uppies. I feel like that actually could be a good meme, this photo, huh? Like, this is good. I kind of want to, like, let me copy this. I'm gonna put this and meme this. Should we do another one, chat? We haven't done one in a bit. That's really funny. I actually really like, wow, my man slut with my thighs out though. Oh my God. Oh, it's the man. I love that. You guys are fucking funny, dude. I love y'all. All right. Y'all are distracting me. I gotta go pith. I'm gonna go pith girl. I'm gonna run some ads on Twitch. I'm gonna go fill up my water and go pee. And then we'll get right back to the reading. Okay, chat? All right. Ready? Break. And now we go piths girl. Look who wanted to say hi. He was hanging out in the hallway. I feel like he always comes out like while I'm peeing. He like wants to come say hi real quick to me while I go pith girl. Guys, I need to get a stream deck, high key. Next investment. Hey buddy, say hi, chat. He looked straight at you guys. Oh, that's my handsome boy. Oh, you hear a loud car? Yeah. Is it climb up to the high ground time? I don't want to move the chair, y'all. Paid my pet pick dues? Hell yeah. Make sure you guys pay your pet pick dues. Dudes. Yeah? Buddy in his tail. All hail the Banes. It's because he heard a car. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but whenever a car drives down the street, he's alert. He's attentive. He protect. Oh? Coming back down, buddy? Oh, not to me. He said, just kidding, Dad. Alright, y'all. You guys know I would love to fuck around with beans and hang out and feed them treats, but guys, I'm not gonna lie. We kind of need to be focused in this one, all right? I gotta finish these last 3 stories before the stream ends, and I need to probably end this stream in like an hour. So we gotta cook, guys. I apologize. Normally I'm not like this, but I want to get this video to my editor by the end of day today. To make sure that we stay on track. Because we have a lot in the chamber to work through. So, you guys ready for this? Y'all, we got 100 people on the YouTube, but only 86 likes. Feel like we could get that up to like at least 90, maybe 95. If you guys are on the Twitch, make sure you're following. Turn on those post noties wherever you're at. Here we go. I am struggling to rebuild my self-worth after my ex-fiance left me for a woman who seems to be a younger, smarter, prettier, and better version of myself. Okay. All right. I don't know what it was posted to, but original post, October 24th, 2019. Hi guys, I know it's probably hard to believe given how nauseatingly pathetic I sound right now, but before this happened, I really felt like a confident and content human being. Almost all of my current friends are mutual friends with my ex-fiance, so I don't want to embroil them in this drama or compel anyone to choose sides or feel uncomfortable. So I guess I'm trying to turn to this community for solace and guidance because I've read a great deal of mature and grounded advice here. I hope this sounds somewhat coherent as I've currently locked myself in a conference room and shut the blinds so no one can see me cry as I type this. I was with my ex-fiance for 7 years. He is the only romantic partner I've ever truly loved. I was completely head over heels in love with him. Even now, after all this, I still feel that way about him. He is charming, goofy, kind, quick-witted, interesting, ambitious, and gorgeous. Okay. Here's what I'll say, y'all. I'm not blaming OP at all, by the way. One thing I want to point out here, none of these are like things that he does for OP. Does that make sense? Like the partners that I look for are like, when I'm like thinking about why I'm attracted to somebody, a lot of it has to do with how they treat me. All of these are like not along those lines. They're like qualities that don't say how much that person loves you. Just a little tidbit. Just a little tidbit there. We got engaged 2 years ago, but we were not in a rush to get married. About a year ago, we began to seriously contemplate trying for a baby. We had lived together happily for 6 years. We had done all the traveling and partying we wanted to do in our 20s, and we were excited to start our family. Over the next 6 months, he was much busier than normal, but I didn't think anything was wrong. I did my best to alleviate any extra stress he had, though I was experiencing some extra pressure at work too, by taking over all the housework and errands, helping him organize and pack for trips, and just being understanding when he would work very late or need to leave for a week or two. We didn't spend as much time together during that period, and I missed him a lot, but I thought we were still happy. When the 6 months were over, our schedules reverted back to normal. I felt relieved until I started noticing him becoming more distant, despite the fact that we finally had more time together. He started going on his phone more frequently when we were together and seemed to be more protective of his phone. I'm not generally a jealous person, and I trusted him completely, so I didn't think much of it. Then one day, after another month had passed, I brought up the topic of trying for a baby as we discussed. I could immediately tell something was wrong. He was quiet for a while, and then he unleashed a flood. He said he was unhappy with our relationship and had been for some time. He said that he cared about me deeply, but that the spark in our relationship had died, and that he tried to convince me he could live without that. And that he had tried to convince himself that he could live without that spark, but had ultimately decided that he couldn't. He said I had done nothing wrong, and in fact was the perfect partner, but that didn't change the fact that he couldn't shake this nagging feeling that I wasn't the one for him. He said that he didn't want to hurt me, but that he couldn't condemn himself to a lifetime of settling for someone that wasn't even his dream girl, even though he didn't know if his dream girl existed. He said he was sorry, but he couldn't live a lie anymore. I don't think I said a single word as he was telling me all this because I just felt so utterly shocked and blindsided. I just stood there staring and listening and crying silently. When he finished, all I could utter was something like, "Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know. Do you still love me?" He paused for a while and then said that he loved me, but he wasn't in love with me anymore. We proceeded to spend the whole night discussing his feelings in our relationship until we were both so exhausted we couldn't cry anymore and the sun was coming up. He said he was sorry again, and it was probably best if he stayed at a friend's place, so he packed up some stuff and left. That was about 5 months ago. We never really talked in person again. His brother and his best friend came over that weekend to get the rest of his stuff, and I just left while they were packing because I couldn't stand to be there. I felt so shocked and numb and traumatized and tired that I didn't even cry much. I couldn't even process what was happening as I went through the motions of moving out and explaining the situation to my family. When I finally moved into my new place and sat alone with my boxes, I completely broke down. I could not stop crying and dry heaving. I ended up using 5 vacation days to take off a week of work, which really irked my manager. I could not get out of bed. I barely ate, living off this old tub of peanut butter. I looked through our old pictures and tried to figure out where it all went wrong. Then for 4 months, I tried my best to move on. I deleted all my social media apps so I wouldn't have to see him. I dove into work. I ramped up my hobbies. I exercised to keep my mind occupied. I met with friends and family and pretended everything was okay. I started going to my therapist again, which helped a bit. I finally thought I could see the light at the end of the tunnel. Then a month ago, I ran into a mutual friend from college. She said she was really sad to see we weren't together anymore, and surprising to see he'd moved on so fast. I told her I wasn't keeping up with him anymore, but that I was doing okay. When I got home, even though I knew it was a terrible idea, I re-downloaded Instagram and went to his profile. His latest picture was him at his cousin's wedding with his arm around a gorgeous girl. All the old pictures of him and I were gone from his profile. Again, I knew it was a terrible, self-destructive idea, but I went to the girl's profile and Googled her. She is literally She is literally a younger, smarter, prettier, and better version of myself. How old is OP again? I just want to refresh on it. Okay, we actually don't get ages in this one. Okay, interesting. We both studied at the same university, but she completed a prestigious program which I was rejected from. We both have green eyes and brown hair, but she is far prettier and legitimately looks like a model. We are both thin and fit, but she has an amazing hourglass figure and looks far more stylish than me and has tens of thousands of followers, even though she's not an influencer or whatnot. In fact, we both work at the same company. I'm pretty sure my ex met her through work. But she landed a job in a prestigious division right out of undergrad and likely makes more money than me. She is an improved version of me, 7 years younger, and the love of my life is dating her. Sorry, guys, I just wanted to look back because this is kind of a long story. So I was just double checking my facts there. For the past month, I've been spiraling. I can't stop stalking my ex-fiance and this girl. I look at her Instagram every day and torture myself with her gorgeous pictures. She's posted a dozen pictures with my ex over the past few months, and he looks so happy, healthy, and fit. They've gone on trips together. He's brought her to his home. They've gone on trips together. He's brought her to his hometown, and he's even posted a picture of them with a mushy caption, which he never did when we were together. I have no evidence, and I don't think my ex would do this, but I now suspect he was at least interested in her while we were still together. She started at the company about a year ago. I'm so paranoid of running into them. I can recognize that my behavior is obsessive and masochistic, and I've deleted Instagram and told myself I'm not going to do this anymore, only to wake up the next day and re-download the app and do it again. My therapist has been trying to help, but I just cannot move past this. I'm stuck in this mental loop of self-loathing and self-pity, this crazy mix of extreme sadness and latent anger. I feel so incredibly low, worthless, used up, discarded, and suddenly so incredibly old. I know that comparison is the thief of joy. I know that I am objectively still young enough to move on. I know that social media is a highlight reel, and their relationship may not be perfect. I know that this girl has done nothing wrong to me. I know that my ex deserves to find his dream girl, but none of this knowledge helps soften the fact that I thought by this time, this year, I would be pregnant with the love of my life, and instead, I'm alone and he's found someone better. Please, if you've ever experienced something similar, share your words of wisdom or commiserate with me. I don't know. I just feel so worthless and alone. Damn, y'all. I feel like this is another one that I might be underqualified for just because I'm a man. Like, I think this stuff is so much harder to grapple with as a woman because of all the beauty standards and like all the factors that go into comparing yourself to other women in this society, because like women are truly like taught to pit themselves against other women. Like, because honestly, guys, I kind of went through something somewhat similar to this. And the answer for at least myself was to gain, like, I slowly realized I didn't have enough self-respect for me and understand my value. And I do think that would help, but I don't think that's like helpful for her, you know? I don't think that's helpful for her. Yeah, like this situation's hard. Like what I went through wasn't easy by any means, but I just feel like being a woman, it's so much harder because like the norms around society and all these kinds of things, like especially the like looking at the Instagram and comparing yourself to the other girl, like that's not something I did. Like the situation I'm thinking of, like I saw her boyfriend and not once did I pit myself against him. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if like the advice that I took and that helped me realize, honestly, you kind of got to get to a point, at least I had to get to a point where I was like, fuck her loss. I don't know anything about this guy, but I'm definitely fucking better than him. That could be completely wrong. Like, you know, but it was just like a maybe slightly delusional self-confidence, knowing that like I'm a pretty fucking sick person. Like, even if that doesn't manifest through looks or through brains, like you got to kind of like know your value and hold yourself in high esteem in your head. Honestly, even if that's a little delusional, I think that leads to a little bit happier of a life, you know? But once again, I hate that tip for a woman because it's just different. Like, I think what I went through would have been 20 times harder if I was a woman, like OP is, you know? Delulu is the Salulu. Yeah, I mean, it's hard. And I think too, when I was doing my little spiel about this line, like, this guy doesn't sound like a particularly amazing dude. And like, the one thing that I realized too early on, chat, is that I used to fall in love. How do I put this? I used to fall in love with people for the wrong reasons. Like I was explaining, now I try to fall in love with somebody who treats me really well and cares about me and like honestly does the things that like, you know, the relationship that I just explained prior wasn't doing. And like, I don't know, I read this and like, I'm not blaming OP, but I read this and I was like, don't get me wrong, these like get you through the door, but this shouldn't be like, you know, these charming, goofy, like his aspects of his personality should get him through the door, but you should fall in love with like how that person treats you, how that person is as a human being. And like, I'm just not getting that there. I think there's a little bit of like a self-discovery journey that OP does need to go through here. Which is easy for me as a guy to say. I don't know. I also think like a phone cleanse would be so good for her. Like literally get the fuck rid of that phone. I think that I fucking block him. Like, you know, I am a big fan of like, you can't get over something or someone if you see it every day. So yeah, I don't know. What are you guys saying? I've been yapping. What are we saying in chat? What are we saying in chat? In the wise words of RuPaul, honey, if you can't love yourself, how the hell are you going to love someone else? Yeah. She just needs to find someone younger, hotter, funnier, and wealthier, and better in bed than her ex. Honestly, I think she needs to go out, find some girlfriends to make experiences with, and have experience. Oh, sorry. Honestly, I think she needs to go out, find some girlfriends to make plans with, and have some experiences of her own. Establish self-love now before she spirals completely out of control over this breakup. Yeah, I kind of agree. Go out with your girlies. Get drunk. Cry it out, bro. Fuck. I will be the first to admit I cried it out. I did not thug it out when I was going through that shit. I fucking cried it out. Like, you know, I do think like there is like a level of you got to take like 8 steps back before you can start taking steps forward. And I don't want to, it's different for guys and girls. I really do want to acknowledge that, but I think that is the right answer, at least to me. I'm also willing to be like, I could be fucking so wrong here because once again, don't have a vagine, don't have those societal pressures on me. So like, it's hard for me to give a perspective from excuse me, it's hard for me to give advice on a perspective that is very different depending on the gender. I wonder if maybe she needs a friend to help her stay away from these apps. They like honestly, guys, it sounds like she's a little bit addicted. You know? Like my brain, as much as this makes no sense, and I don't even know if this is possible, but like, is there like a rehab for people who can't get over their ex? You know? Like, I do think she needs almost like a little bit of a rewiring, a retreat that like takes away her phone, number one, and really like pounds in like self-love and, you know, things like that. Same, she sounds obsessed. Yeah, obsessed is such a great word for that. Yeah, spooky circuits. She's still thinking about what could have been instead of thinking about her new future. Absolutely. Absolutely. The longer you dwell on what could have been, the less time that you, the less amount of time that you're spending on making that new future that is your ideal future, you know? There's like it's so funny. I was just talking about this with someone. I do affirmations sometimes. I haven't done them in a long time. Actually, guys, it was really cute. Hold on. Actually, let me pull it up because it was funny. I was just talking about this. So I used to, okay, so let me finish what I was saying. So I used to have an affirmation that I really loved and I wrote it all the time. I actually debated getting it tattooed on my body. I don't know if I really want that still, but the affirmation is what happened and couldn't have happened any other way because it didn't. And I think that is a beautiful affirmation because there's so much in life that you could have like, that you could run through like coulda, woulda, shoulda. But it's almost very, like when I was going through that time, and it lasted a long time, guys. I'm not going to lie. This is like years ago. When I was going through that breakup, I like was thinking like coulda, shoulda, woulda on a lot of things. And then I found this quote and it just felt so like it felt like it was speaking to me. It felt like the universe was telling me this quote so that I could get the fuck over this girl. And it's just like what happened and couldn't have happened any other way because it didn't. Like there is no possible way that ever could have happened because that's not how it was supposed to go. And so for you to dwell on it is pointless. But the thing I wanted to show you guys, let me see if I can find it real quick. It was probably one of the coolest, like, random realizations I've ever had. I gotta find it, though. That would have been 2023. Hold on, sorry, guys. This is so unorganized. Like, I would journal in this bitch. I would fucking... Oh, here it is. Okay, wait. It's like right here. Yes. Okay. So this is so funny, guys. I made this realization. I'm not going to show you this stuff because it's very, very... Like, I'm not going to show you the pages because they're very personal. But I did write in here on December 8th, 2023. I wrote in one of my affirmations, I wrote, "You're doing the right thing with your YouTube. Keep going and improving." Just for some reference, guys, from what I remember, my YouTube channel was like doing so bad. Like it was hard for me to pull like more than 100 views on a video. And I was putting out like 1 or 2 a week consistently. And it was so absolutely like, it was so unmotivating. But I was like, I just got to be like, literally, Delulu is the Salulu. I was like, I have to be delusional for this to work. Like, I literally have to. And so the date on it was December 8th, 2023. Exactly a year later was when my first video went viral. Like, I saw that while I was like talking to someone about these affirmations. I was looking through some of my old ones. And like, once again, another situation where I felt like the universe was talking to me, where I was like, look back at this shit and like, see how hard you grinded. Listen, I'm not religious. I'm not even really that spiritual, but I believe the universe speaks to you if you're willing to speak to it, you know? I think what you put into the universe is what you get out of it. And that might take a long time. That might take a lot of effort, But like truly, it was so cool to see that because it was like almost to the date. Like me making that commitment a year before was what led me to like, you know, so where I'm at today. So that's my cute time with Sarby, you know. Y'all, I highly recommend a journal, guys. I think journals are great. I think they're great for breakups. I think they're great for career changes. I think they're great for being young and not being able to sort out your thoughts. I think they're great for like establishing new habits, reorienting your mindset, everything, bro. Everything. Manifested that shit. No, for real. And like, don't get me wrong. Like, I think manifestation is like real, but it's only real if you put in the work, you know? And I think that was a manifestation because that's truly how I felt. That get to Lulu is the Salulu tatted on. I don't know if that's my vibe, but I honestly though, I could see myself getting the word delusional tattooed on me. Cause y'all, I kind of fucking am. Y'all, I'm so fucking delusional. I really am. I think I was just talking about this with someone. I think for you to want to make YouTube and think that you're gonna make it, you kind of have to be fucking delusional. I kind of like that actually. Wait, hold on. I kind of like that. I like that because it means a lot to me, you know? Not Black Beauty and Yetta both wanting it on a shirt. Guys, Mia supports the tat. We have to get it. We have to get it. Crystal Piss Man is insane. Absolutely insane, bro. Delusional is another word for dreamer. Exactly. I think you have to, dude. If you want to accomplish anything, like, because like I would tell people like I remember and my best friend, I don't really blame him for this, but one of my best friends was like, so like, what are you doing like making these YouTube videos? I was like, what do you mean? He's like, how does that like fit into what you do? Because like he knew I wasn't making money from it at the time, and I was like, I enjoy it, number one, and number two, I just think if I keep going long enough and keep trying to improve every single day, like eventually it'll fucking work. Which is so delusional, you know? I think Sorry forgot his own time limit. Yeah, you're right. I definitely did. Hold on, let me check my phone too. Okay, they still haven't gotten back to me on any shit. So I might just roll up at 7 p.m. high key. I might just roll up, you know? Yeah, you're only delusional until you succeed. That's actually how it is, Kayla. Kaylava? All right, you guys. Who said it? Someone was keeping me accountable. I did forget about my own time limit. So we got to keep rocking and rolling, okay, chat? Wow, okay. Also another long update. Nice. We love it. We fucking love it, chat. Okay. Update January 23rd, 2020. Okay, about 3 months. November, December. January? Yeah. Almost 3 months from the original post. Oh, excuse me. Posted almost 3 months from the original post. It's been about well, I could have just looked here. It's been about 3 months since I posted about my struggle to move past my 7-year relationship with my ex-fiance. While I cringe when I think about the pathetic state I was in when I wrote that post, sobbing alone in that conference room, I was stunned by the empathetic, mature, and helpful advice I received from members of this subreddit. These past few months have been an absolute roller coaster, and I thought I owed this subreddit an update given how much solace and guidance you guys gave me during some of my darkest days. I don't think things would have worked out nearly as well if I had continued to bottle up those festering emotions and isolate myself, so I'm grateful for every single person who commented and messaged me. Thank you. So here's what happened. The night I made that post, I finally blocked my ex-fiance and his girlfriend on Instagram, as many of you suggested. I think actually verbalizing how obsessive and masochistic my behavior was, instead of keeping it all inside, and finally feeling validated in my emotional reactions after reading your sympathetic comments, instead of feeling alone and crazy, clicked something in my brain. I resolved to break out of that self-destructive loop, to stop torturing myself with their perfect pictures and reclaim a modicum of self-respect. It was an incredible relief to not be constantly following that impulse to view their new pictures and give myself some time to heal instead of picking at that scab every single day. Smart. I agree. Like I said, block and forget them, bro. That's the move. That weekend, I decided to reconnect with my family and friends and stop pretending that I was handling the breakup flawlessly. They were incredibly compassionate, though also shocked that I had been hiding my dark feelings so well. And it was like I'd instantly rebuilt my support network. I didn't realize how emotionally isolated I'd become until I was able to be honest and open with people in my life. I did continue to avoid talking to friends who were mutual friends with my ex because I didn't want to put anyone in an awkward position. But I was able to reconnect with a few of my other friends, and I took the initiative to finally make some fun plans. Getting out of the house to enjoy brunches, hikes, and shows with my friends over the past few months has been incredibly beneficial for my mental health. Just being in new environments and focusing on people other than my ex was therapeutic, even for someone who tends towards introversion like myself. Yo, shout out homegirl Sammy. She had the recommendation, and by God was she right. Per your suggestions, I also decided to try out another therapist. Okay, yeah, wait, that was actually something I didn't really touch on. Not saying that the therapist was bad, but I don't think it was working. Tabby, thank you for the $2 donation. What is this, like a gray florzik these nuts in your mouth? Like what do you mean say gray fortzik for them? Is Tabby fucking trolling me right now, chat? Am I getting bamboozled? Oh, I'm sorry. I have to. Oh, it's someone. Oh. I was like, what? Like, why are we? I was like, what is happening right now? Tabby, thank you for the $2 donation. Gray, welcome to the stream. Slightly new name, but we love it. We love it. Dude, you just confused the fuck out of me. I was like, I was ready. I was like, what is happening? Is Tabby trying to get me on that April Fool's bullshit, you know? Okay. Per your suggestions, I also decided to try out another therapist. I did find my original therapist somewhat helpful, but I also felt like he was not able to relate to some of the nuances in my issues, given that he was in his late 50s, so we had a bit of a generational gap. My new therapist is incredibly compatible with me and instantly understood the intricacies of my problems. She has helped considerably with addressing the roots of my insecurities and was able to validate and analyze my feelings in a much more intimate way. If you are struggling to find therapy useful, I highly recommend shopping around a bit for a more compatible therapist. Therapy is certainly not one size fits all. Another popular suggestion from you guys was finding a job at another company, away from my ex-fiance and his girlfriend. I didn't think that would be possible since the job market in my field is not great at the moment, but I began actively searching for other positions. I brushed up on my resume, filled out a couple of applications, and even surprisingly secured an interview. Then out of the blue, someone above me in my division quit to join a competitor. The senior managers were quite eager to fill his role quickly, so they decided to go with an internal hire. And after about 5 or 6 rounds of interviews, God, I absolutely dread interviews, I got the job. I'm so grateful for this promotion. Not only is the salary substantially better, but the hours are actually more consistent as well. It's crazy. I feel like the momentum my... It's crazy. I feel like the momentum my... Ugh, sorry, guys. I need more water. Thank you guys for 100 likes on the YouTube, by the way. I appreciate y'all who like my stream. It's crazy. I feel like the momentum of my life has shifted so quickly, and I finally have an office. It's tiny, but I really enjoy it. The only downside was this promotion also meant I would have to continue working at the same building, albeit a very large building, as my ex. And as I left work before Christmas, the moment I'd been dreading came. I ran into my ex as I was leaving the office. We exchanged a few pleasantries, and he complimented my new haircut. I thanked him, wished him well, and said I had to hurry to catch the next train. I wish I could say I felt cool and collected, but I was so nervous to see him again for the first time in like 6 months that I was almost shaking. Honestly, y'all, I relate to that so hard. Like, there are some people that, like, I could not see them for years, but seeing them would actually, like, throw me so off. Not because I still have feelings, but because it's like, whoa, you know? It's an absolute, like, slap in the face. On the commute home, I calmed down and actually thought, hey, that wasn't so bad. He looked good, but I didn't feel a rush of sadness or desire or anything. I mostly just felt awkward, like we'd become strangers again. I didn't feel that familiar impulse to stalk his Instagram, and actually felt happy to see he was doing okay since I'd cared for him for so many years. I felt like at last I was really moving forward. The next day, I woke up to a dozen messages from my ex-fiance. They started at around 2 a.m. and were slightly incoherent in parts, so I'm guessing he was a bit drunk when he sent them. They were all long walls of text, which surprised me because he's not typically big on verbalizing his emotions. He wrote that he hadn't been able to stop thinking about me since we ran into each other outside the office, that he was sad that we weren't friends anymore because I still felt like his best friend, and that he regretted how everything went down. He said he questioned if he'd made a huge mistake in a moment of weakness and fucked his whole life up, and that he couldn't help but regret it at all when he saw me. Okay, so like, you don't want to still be friends with her. You're fucking backsliding, bro. Oh, how the turntables. He apparently noticed that I'd blocked him on Instagram, which I found funny given how intensely I'd been stalking his Instagram, and said that made him really sad. I gathered from his messages that he'd likely broken up with the woman I'd seen on his Instagram because he said that he felt like he had been searching for some ideal woman who didn't exist, and that he wanted to reignite our spark after failing to find some spark with other people. I'm not gonna lie, it was shocking to read his text, and I was trembling and struggling to process a lot of it at first. Part of me wanted impulsively to give him another chance, but after taking a day to mull over his words, I ended up feeling like he was less sorry that he lost our relationship and more sorry that the greener pastures he sought weren't quite as green as he'd imagined. Hell yeah, OP. Good conclusion. That's fucking growth right there, chat. I tried to respond kindly but firmly, saying that I really treasured and appreciated our relationship, but that I felt like I could no longer trust him to the same degree I once did, and that I felt like it would be confusing and painful for us to become friends in the near future. I told him how hurt I felt when he blindsided me after promising that nothing was wrong, and how I struggled for a long time to figure out what was missing in our relationship, but ultimately felt that as long as he thought the missing part was so crucial that he wanted to leave after all those years together, then we probably aren't meant to be together. I wished him the best. He didn't respond to my messages. I was a bit shaken by the whole thing, but I proceeded to enjoy my holiday break with my family and even elected to go to my friend's New Year's Eve party, which I was considering skipping. Well, I'm super glad I didn't skip the party because I ended up meeting a wonderful man there. He's funny, intelligent, cute, interesting, compassionate, and is eager to settle down and have kids after also somewhat recently exiting a long-term relationship. We've gone on 3 dates so far, and at the risk of sounding too enthusiastic, they've been the best dates of my life. Okay. We want to take it slow since we were both in long-term relationships a year ago, but we've been stunned by how compatible our personalities and interests and goals are, and frankly, we're also both quite keen to start a family as soon as possible. So while I'm trying not to be overly confident in this relationship, I'm also super excited to see where it goes. In conclusion, thanks in large part to the advice I received 3 months ago in this subreddit, I've emerged from a very dark place and am now cautiously optimistic about my future for the first time in a long time. Okay. All right. I mean, I still kind of a little bit. Maybe I'm wrong for this, but a 6 months after a 7-year relationship that hurt you as bad as it did? Well, maybe it's been longer than that, huh? Well, let me think. What was the timeline on this? Okay, 5 months ago here. And then like 3 months here. So technically it's been 8 months. Okay. I mean, it's a little bit better, but it's not much better. I don't know. She definitely sounds much more healed, but I think time for yourself is such a great thing. I mean, good for her for finding something new. Don't get me wrong, but nothing heals better than time, and I think the more time, the better. But that being said, hopefully it's as good as she says, and this man is a good one. She has the right to decide when she moves on. Absolutely. Absolutely. I would not jump into another relationship like that, but I'm not in her shoes. Yeah, that's, I guess, how I feel, Lady Morgaine. Like, it's probably dependent person to person, but it feels like she was really at a low and now she's at a high. And not saying you can't do that in 3 months, but like, I don't know. For me, I'm like, I don't know. I guess there's a little bit of a rush because she wants to have kids really fast. I don't know. Some people just hate being single. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, good for her. Good for her. Hopefully it all works out. Or hopefully it all did work out. This is from like 2020. All right, guys, let me check my phone real quick. Did I get nope, still no. Still no update on this concert. Damn, dude, this story took a long time. I guess that's crazy, y'all. How long is this one? Okay, that's not super long. What about this one? Okay, I feel like we can knock these out in the next 45 minutes, chat. I might kind of cook on this, chat. What's up, Sam? Welcome to the stream. I think being in a rush to have kids is a good reason to settle down and have kids, but I wish her the best if that's what she wants. Did you mean isn't a good reason, Donnie? Is not. Yep. Okay, I see it. Yeah, I agree with that. Like somebody, I don't know. But Donnie, are you a guy? I think it's a little unfair for us to say because we have all the time in the world. Whereas like, you know, for women, it gets exponentially more risky for them to get pregnant if they're older. I can't remember what the age is, but like it okay. Oh. Got it. I'm a they, but okay. Cool. Yeah. yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't want to chime in on that really because, like, traditionally dudes have a lot longer to, you know, than girls do. Y'all, okay, I have a quick question for y'all, and then let's go to the next story. Is it somebody, okay, so in one of my videos, I said that girls have, like, a biological clock when it comes to, like, having babies because they can't have babies for as long as, like, guys could reproduce. And someone got mad about me saying that. But they didn't really get a reason. They didn't give a reason why. They were just like, I can't believe you said that. Like, or what did they say? They were like, the fact that you said that they have a biological clock, like, rubs me the wrong way. And I was like, is that, like, not an okay thing to say? Hey, one last witch. Thank you for binging my videos and thank you for coming to a live. Good to have you here. What store are we on? 6 out of 8. We got 2 more. It's usually a demeaning statement. Is it really? Men also have clock. The older the man is, the increased risk of mutations and birth defects. Oh, I didn't know that. Maybe it's brought up to the idea that women lose value as they age. Okay, I could see that, but that wasn't what I was saying at all. Like, it was very much in defense of her. I was like, women have a biological, like, it was more of like a statement of like, I don't know. I didn't think it was something like I wasn't using it in like a misogynistic way. I was just saying like the reality is women can't have kids as long as guys can. You know? Some women are sensitive to it because other people are using it wrong so often. Ah, okay. Your clock is ticking like all women has to do is worth is making babies. I see what you're saying, but it's not like I was saying that, you know? Like, I think if I was saying, like, your clock is ticking and that's all women are good for is pumping out a kid, I was just literally stating the fact that, like, hey, unfortunately, dudes, we can pump out those kids just a little bit longer than you can. And, like, because of that, you're going to be, you know, thinking about it. Thank you for the $5 donation, Tabby. Not saying you do, but a lot of women feel like objects are rushed to have kids. You didn't mean it like an insult, but many feel it's insulting. Okay. All right, well, maybe I'll try to stay away from that statement then. I just didn't realize it was like a touchy subject. I was like, if anything, I was defending her. I was like, yeah, dude, like, I can't remember what the story was, but I was like saying like, hey, bro, she doesn't got all the time in the world. Interesting. We know you meant well. Thank you, Haley. I appreciate it. Honestly, y'all, I really just care about chat's opinion. Commenters on YouTube, like, listen, if you can't come to my live streams and like fact check me while we're like talking and like have a discussion so that like we can bounce it back and forth, like I don't have all the time in the world to sit in my comments. I have all the time in the world to talk to you guys though, except for today. we do kind of have to keep rocking and rolling, okay, guys? But thank you guys for clarifying that to me. I guess I'll probably just stay away from that statement, but just know, like, if you see that, like, I didn't mean it in a mean way, or like, I never try to say anything like devaluing women and like trying to say that the only purpose for them is to have kids. Like, that is not how I think at all. And I think you could spend like 5 minutes with me and glean that very clearly, you know? Alrighty, chat. Guys, we got like almost 130 people on the YouTube, but only 105 likes. If we could drive that up to like 115, I would greatly appreciate it. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you guys are following on Twitch. And no matter where you're at, turn on those post noties. All right, guys? I think I just dumped my boyfriend because he proposed. What now? Posted in r/relationship advice on April 21st, 2020. Today is mine and my boyfriend's second anniversary, though the first 6 months of this, we were friends with benefits, so I don't think it counts, but he does. I mean, 2 years? That's kind of crazy. Okay. I don't talk to my parents, haven't said a word to them since I was 16. I don't want to put the reason here, but it was bad enough that me never speaking to them again could be seen as them getting off lightly. I left home at 16 by marrying my best friend. We knew what was happening the whole time and wanted... Oh, sorry. He knew what was happening the whole time and wanted to help me, and it was bad enough that my marriage was the best escape plan I had. It was the only way to avoid being dragged back home. I tried running away before this, but we divorced 5 years later. We were both having issues with student finance, so we needed to go through it as married. I mean, just wow. Like, I mean, I'm glad she got out, but that is crazy. Talk about a loophole. I took his surname to avoid being tied to my parents, and my friend and I are still close. He actually set me up with my current boyfriend. My mom contacted me right before Christmas. I deleted my old Facebook and then made a new one back in November and forgot about the privacy settings until my mom messaged. She said she was asking if her and dad could see me on She was asking if her and dad could see me on Christmas Day. My boyfriend saw the message and asked who it was. I admitted she was my mother. This led to questions, as the only time I talked about my parents was to say I don't speak to them. I said that she found me, but I wasn't going to reply. I said I have my reasons, which I'm not ready to tell yet, but I would as soon as I was ready. He said that was good enough for him. I blocked her and moved on. Okay, this is probably just me reading into shit, but like, why did he see this message? You know? Was he like invading your privacy? Also, I apologize, Pepkin. I didn't notice that you resubscribed with Prime. Cutting into those Daddy Bezos profits. Hell yeah. And thank you for giving those profits to me. I appreciate you. Didn't realize this was live. My YouTube started it on my TV. Thought it was a VOD till you said April Fool's LOL. Hey, thanks for coming over to the Twitch, Pepkin. I appreciate you. And sorry, it took me a while to see that. It's been a wild stream to say the least. It's been a few months and I've been trying to tell him, but it's hard. It's like every time I try, I just can't get the words out. And then tonight, on our second anniversary, he proposed using my nan's ring, which my parents have. Oh? That's fucking crazy. I asked where he got it and he told me he'd gone to see my parents. He got my mom's name when she messaged me, contacted her, and went to see her within a few days of me getting that message. The whole time knowing that I didn't want to hear from her. He'd asked them for permission to marry me, and they'd given him Nan's ring because Nan always meant for me to have it. What an insane violation of someone's boundaries. Holy shit. That's crazy. I don't know if I actually dumped him. I definitely told him to leave, but I didn't actually break up with him. He's at his sister's place right now and keeps calling / texting me, wanting to know what he did and calling me and asking me to call him. And his sister, who I'm friends with, is also asking what happened. I knew he was traditional and he put a lot of stock into family, which is why he was so close with his family. But he knew I didn't speak to mine and never pried into it, just took me at my word when I'd said I'd tell him when I was ready. And when I said that he'd said that he was patient and could wait. Oh. And when I said that, he'd said that he was patient and could wait as long as I needed. When I was in therapy, my therapist used to make me write stuff down or draw pictures or basically just put my feelings somewhere to get it out. So that's what I'm doing now. I wasn't even sure I was going to post this, but right now I'm just so lost and I have no idea what I'm doing or where to go from here. I love him, but this is honestly the only thing like this that I've ever asked of him. 6 hours ago, I could see a future here, but now the last few months, this proposal and my future proposal, and any future proposal all feel tainted somehow. I love my Nan, but knowing he asked my parents for permission and knowing how he got Nan's ring just makes me feel sick. An edit here with more information. He gave me his reasoning through messages and voicemails. His stance is that there's an importance to tradition and family's important. And there's mentions of my parents meeting our kids one day and dad walking me down the aisle at our wedding. Does bro even fucking listen to OP? Yeah, I know your parents probably abused the fuck out of you, but like, tradition. Like, shut the actual fuck up. That's disgusting. Absolutely unacceptable behavior. He seems to think the whole thing's fixable, and it sounds like they gave him some fake story about them grounding me, so I ran away or something equally minor on their part, and drastic on mine. He's also said that they seem to like nice people. Oh, excuse me. He's also said that they seemed like nice people, and if he'd gotten a bad feeling when he was messaging my mom, he would never have gone to meet them. From what he said, they asked about me, specifically what I do in my workplace, and he's given them this information, but no means of contacting me directly. Oh yeah, let me just put my girlfriend's life in danger. Let's just fuck around and put my partner's life in danger. Their sanity, their mental health. Fuck it, bro. Tradition. I don't know what to do. I need someone to tell me what to do. I need a third party to give me advice, and that would normally be a therapist or something, but it's the middle of the night and I stopped going to therapy years ago. So can someone just please tell me what to do? Put things in perspective. Give me advice. Fucking drop this man? Like, holy shit, what an absolute selfish human being. Dude, if it's been 2 years and she can't tell you what her parents did to her that was so bad that she fucking married somebody to not have to live with them anymore, I think you should assume that that's not something you should explore. That is not something that you should just tradition and go behind their back to contact them. Nah, dude. Not only is it also, in my opinion, a red flag to propose after 2 years, especially when they're pretty fucking young, 25 female. Ooh. I didn't even really realize this age gap. It's not terrible, but when they start dating 2 years ago, all right, that's not too bad actually then. Okay. All right, never mind. Not too. Okay, I kind of see the proposal because like some people when they get to their 30s are like, oh, I need to get married. I don't understand why, but sure. Yeah, dude, like how the fuck did you put no. Just no. Even if the parents were nice people, I don't think OP's partner should have went behind her back. No. Agreed. We need a garbage can emote. We could probably make that happen. Yes, because abusers would never behave normally to trick someone into giving them access to their victim. Totally has never happened ever. God, dude. This boyfriend has clearly led a very good life with very little trauma. I mean, yeah, but I also think it just takes a certain level of not being a fucking moron to be like, oh, hey, here are the circumstances. I should probably not go behind my partner's back in general, but also if said circumstances are so extreme. Like listen, like y'all, I've led a really good life. Okay, I have two very loving parents. I had loving grandparents. My family, like my siblings, were all very close. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm in the same position as this boyfriend. Would never fucking do this. That, you know, like I don't want to just be like, oh, you know, because you had a good life, you're not self-aware. Like I also just think not being a self-aware fucking moron is a huge issue as well. You know. Especially at 30 years old, bro, you have no, this is, bro, if you're 30, bro, figure it the fuck out. Figure it out, my guy. We can do better. Hold on, guys, let me double check my messages. Okay, we Gucci. Grandparents, what's that? Oh. Also a castrate emote. Yetta, I'm not sure if Twitch would be wild about that one, you know? Is there any way that we can like make like castrate like kind of like subtle? Can we get a beefing emote? Is Gender Ghost still in here? I don't think they are, but Gender Ghost, if you're in here, we should make some sort of something where people can submit emote ideas and whatnot. Cat straight. Y'all, we could have Beans holding a pair of balls and it says cat straight. Thoughts. And it wouldn't be like real balls. It would be like tennis balls or something, but like chat, we would know. We would know. Yeah, Asian Fury, where you at? Yo, someone hit up our homegirl Asian Fury. Asian Fury is actually goated. I actually have paid her for some of the emotes that she's made me. So, Asian Fury, if you're watching this, let's fucking make it happen. Let's keep rocking and rolling, chat. Got a little update here. Update April 22nd, 2020, the next day. So here's where I'm at. I read every comment /PM/chat and decided I had to tell him, if for no other reason than to make sure he knew why I was/am so upset about this. I talked to my ex-husband, 25, about it. That's so fucking funny. I don't know. I talked to my ex-husband, 25, about it because he was there for the whole thing and watched it happen in real time. And he said he would be there for me and talk if I couldn't. My ex-husband was not happy with my boyfriend, to say the least, and told me that my boyfriend had actually asked him what happened about 6 months ago. But my ex-husband had said it was up to me to tell him when I was ready. And my boyfriend had said that was fair enough and he'd wait for me to tell him. Ex-husband hasn't told me any of this because I'd only just asked my boyfriend to move in and he didn't want to undercut my happiness, which he has apologized for and said he wouldn't do that again, as in he won't keep things from me to protect me. So boyfriend comes over, ex-husband is already there. Boyfriend asks why ex-husband is here. I say I invited him for emotional support when I tell him everything. Oh, wait. I say I invited him for emotional support when I tell him everything. Boyfriend isn't happy, but sits down. I then began to tell him the first thing I said was that what The first thing I said was what they did in the bluntest language possible. as in my dad, blank, and my mom, blank. I started to elaborate when boyfriend interrupts and says something like, they told me you'd lie. Am I fucking missing something? Why do you trust these random parents you met the other day over the woman you've been dating for 2 years? The fuck is we doing? Ex-husband tells him to watch how he's speaking to me, and boyfriend says he'll speak to me how he likes, and then tells me that he knew the truth, and implies I should be thanking him for sticking around. The truth appears to be my parents telling him that I was always unstable, refused to see a mental health professional, and eventually they caught me breaking the law, and rather than report me, they grounded me, and I ran away rather than get grounded. All of which is absurd, and I honestly can't believe that he brought it. Oh, excuse me. And I honestly can't believe that he bought it. Ex-husband tells boyfriend, or rather ex-boyfriend, that he has half an hour to pack his shit and leave, and if he speaks to me at all, his time straight goes to 0. Ex-boyfriend packs his shit and leaves silently. Ex-boyfriend packs his shit and leaves silently. So, to recap, he knew that 1, I've not spoken to my parents in a decade. 2, I got married at 16 and took my husband's surname to escape/hide from them. 3, it was bad enough that I still have nightmares over it. And 4, I'd tell him when I was ready. Within a few days of hearing point 4, he sought out my parents and asked permission to marry me based on his own gut feeling about them, because the vibe he got from their text was a far better judge of character than my 16 years with them. And OP marked that as sarcasm. They fed him lies about me, which he bought, and he gave them information which includes my full name, job field, place of work, and possibly the address of our flat. Dude, come on. Well, they have not done anything with this information yet that I know of. My ex-boyfriend has stayed in touch this whole time. So if he messages them saying I broke up with him, they might decide to pay me a visit now. There's no longer a man in the house. My ex-husband is... Wait, sorry. Hold on, wait, sorry. Let me reread that again. While they have not done anything with this information yet that I know of, my ex-boyfriend has stayed in touch this whole time. So if he messages them saying I broke up with him, they might decide to pay me a visit now. There's no... Whoa. So if he messages them saying I broke up with him, they might decide to pay me a visit now that there's no longer a man in the house. My ex-husband has offered to stay with me temporarily. I don't know if I have grounds for a restraining order, but it might be time to look for a new place. So yeah, sorry how dramatic this whole thing sounds. I just wanted to post an update because I got a lot of good advice on the first post, and I wanted to thank everyone who responded. Situation is now resolved, though it isn't exactly the happiest ending, and there's still stuff to work out, but this part is over at least. Thanks again. I mean, how fucking stupid, bro? How stupid do you gotta be to be this ex-boyfriend? That makes me sick. Does bro believe gullible is written on the ceiling too? Like, shut the actual fuck up. Oh, God. Painful chat. Absolutely painful read on that one. Side note, I'm gonna call it now. Ex-husband and OP, they're gonna get back together. That ex-husband was so sweet and caring. Honestly, not a huge fan of people getting married at the age of 16, but like, maybe OP, you were kind of cooking with that one. I couldn't understand if they actually had feelings for each other, but if they do, just know I'm rooting for y'all. Ooh, honestly, I feel like this was a power grab on the part of the ex-boyfriend. That might be true, Evelyn. There's not another update. That's the only one. You're still live? Yes, but I definitely should be wrapping up somewhat soon. We shall see. All right, guys, pretty open shut one on that one. I think we got to move on just because I would like to wrap up this stream in the next 15, maybe 20. So, without further ado, we don't got like a super long one on this one, guys. We could probably cook through this. If you guys are on the YouTube, just make sure to like up the stream. We're almost at 120 likes. Would be cool to hit that before we end the stream. Make sure you're subscribed. If you're on Twitch, make sure you're following, okay? Turn on those post notifications no matter where you're at. Alrighty, chat, here we go. I bought my girlfriend a car. She said that was my third and final strike. We have a 26 male OP, 25 female girlfriend. This was originally posted to r/relationship advice on January 27th, 2020. I come from a wealthy family. I now work in the family business, so technically I'm not spending mommy and daddy's money anymore. Been with my girlfriend for a year and 5 months. She's the best thing in the world. Doesn't matter how bored, sad, lonely, upset, or even happy I feel. She always makes it better. Now I don't like to show I have money because obviously that's not the best way to attract people who are actually interested in you and not your money. So when I started dating my girlfriend, I didn't spend a lot until I felt comfortable with her. That was 3 months in. I bought her a tablet that was somewhere between $600 and $700, I'm pretty sure. She seemed okay with it. I don't like to think I'm careless with how I spend, but I also know I'm probably not the most mindful when it comes to my spending either. At 7 months in the relationship, I decided to buy my girlfriend a bracelet that I saw while looking for a birthday gift for my little brother. It was $6,000. I know. Saying it out loud maybe doesn't seem like a good idea, but I've spent more on some truly ridiculous stuff. But for my budget, it really wasn't as bad. But for my budget, it really wasn't as bad. But for my budget, it really wasn't as bad as it sounds. She wouldn't accept it and told me to return it. I kept telling her it was fine, but she didn't want it. I told her to give it to her sister as a wedding present. She said no. Later, she told me that buying her the bracelet was a red flag. Around 8 months in, I realized I loved her, and she told me she loved me right around the same time. I took her on a "we are in love" date. I thought since she didn't like the bracelet, I'd keep things simple this time. No dinners at expensive restaurants, no gifts, no elaborate plans, just us eating food from a local place we both like sitting by the mountain. Sorry guys, the punctuation in this is funny. Just us eating food from a local place we both like, sitting by the mountain, one of her favorite spots. Everything went great, and we left after a while. She told me in the car that though she had a good time, she expected something fancier. Noted. 4 days ago, she turned 25. I bought her a car. At this point, we've been together 1 year and 5 months, are in love, talk about our future together, so I assumed it was okay to get her such a gift, but apparently not. She thanked me in the moment, but when we went back to her place, she told me that was my third and final strike, that she thought I wouldn't do something like that again, only this time even worse. She said she doesn't know what I can do to fix things. We aren't broken up, but we aren't talking to each other either. I guess the tablet was the first strike? When I buy these gifts, I make it clear I don't expect anything back, so she doesn't feel like she has to keep it. I never liked receiving gifts. I told my parents to stop when I turned 10. She's important to me, and I guess I can be materialistic, but I like to buy nice stuff for people I care about. How do I fix things? Y'all, I'm kind of all over the place on this one. Like, don't get, you know what? Like, if we were putting labels on this, if you know what? If we were putting r/am I the a-hole labels on this, I kind of want to go with a little bit of everyone sucks here. Like, I'm not a fan of the girlfriend in terms of communication, but I'm also just not a fan of OP fucking throwing around, like, you know? And I get it, like, he should be able to spend his money how he wants, but I mean, a year? What was it? A year and 5 months? A year and 5 months buying someone a car is honestly a little love bomby. You know, I get that it's not a big deal for him, but what he has to keep in mind is that even though it's not a big deal for him, it's a big deal for the person that he's giving it to. And it does, no matter how you feel a little bit like a power play. That being said, like, it sounds like he was trying to take constructive criticism here, and like, she said she wanted something fancier. He just went way overboard with the fancier part. And also, I just think like the 3-strike system from this girlfriend is like, okay, are we in fucking kindergarten? Like, I haven't operated on a 3-strike system since I was like 6. Okay, you guys are adults. Sit him down and have a conversation with him. You know? I don't know. Seems just... I mean, talk about a first world problem, you know? She communicated exclusively in red flags / strikes after the deed was committed. That's true. I feel like she could have maybe too, who knows? We're getting this from OP. Maybe OP is like truly dumb and she did explain the severity of like, hey, this can't be a thing or else we can't be in a relationship, and he just chose to ignore it. But like, I'm not really completely getting that vibe from OP. He low-key sounds like, hey, I'm rich, but like, I'm pretty, you know, I'm not like, I'm rich and I need everybody to know it, which I think is valuable. I can kind of see the power play thing, but I'm not getting those vibes here. That's me too. Me too. And like, granted, I know, you know, it's more fun to assume that he's doing the power play, but like, I kind of, you know, he talks as if he's genuine. Who knows? It's a fucking Reddit post, but he is talking like he's genuine, at least in my eyes. Dropping a whole surprise car on someone is wild. I agree with you, Drakenized. But like, for somebody who is basically saying a $6,000 to $7,000 bracelet is like a drop in the hat, I could see how everything's out of whack, you know? I feel like the way he expresses his love is through gifts, but he takes it a little too extreme with the price. I agree with that too, Tails Lover. Like maybe his love language is gift giving. That's how he likes to give love. He just kind of does it a little too overboard, you know? But like, guys, it is kind of cute, bro. I think shit like this is honestly one of the biggest green flags in my head, was when he said, where is it? I decided to buy my girlfriend a bracelet that I saw while looking for a birthday gift for my little brother. So dude wasn't even looking for a gift for her, but he saw something and then was like, oh, my girlfriend would maybe like this. I think in any other case, if it's not a $6,000 bracelet, what is that, like 7 months into the relationship? Like, oh, I was shopping for something with my, I was shopping for a, I don't know. I was shopping with my little sister for some new clothes and I saw a shirt that I thought my girlfriend would like, so I bought it for her. Like if it was that context, we'd be like, that's so sweet. That's so genuine of you to like do that. You know? Like that's why I'm not really getting like this dude's trying to manipulate her vibe. This dude is like a bad person. I think he has good intentions. It's like, what is it? Like right idea, wrong execution. That's how I feel about this. You can argue he was only thinking about her as an afterthought. Okay. You mean in the situation that we're talking about, which is like, I don't know. I mean, I guess you could, but I don't think that's like obviously you're going to be an afterthought if you're shopping for something for somebody else. His scale reference is just way off. I agree, River. I agree with that. Scale reference is all out of whack. Guys, I don't know what the plan is for this fucking concert. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I have absolutely zero clue what is happening. Okay. Relevant comments, shall we? Little relevant comment time. Relevant comments. Someone said, it sounds like there's zero communication here. Did you two ever sit down and talk about money problems? What is considered acceptable and what isn't? OOP, not that exact conversation. The way I understand stood. Okay. Oh, sorry guys, I'm on the wrong screen. The way I understand it was that the bracelet was too much too fast. By the time her birthday rolled around, I honestly thought I'd be okay. She's financially independent. She takes care of herself. So when we did talk about money, it was never what was acceptable as a gift or anything like that. Well, dude, if you're having that problem around your relationship, like talk about it. Like it sounds like this relationship's great other than this gift thing. And you guys just like refuse to talk about it. Someone replied to that comment saying, so here's the thing, receiving expensive gifts, especially early in the relationship, can make someone feel lesser than their partner. If she couldn't afford these on her own, or as easily as you can, it might make her feel like shit, both because she can't reciprocate and because it can feel as though she isn't as independent as she'd like. Sometimes it's just a feeling of being uncomfortable with anyone spending that much money in general, even more true if she grew up middle class or lower. This is where communication comes into play. Y'all need to sit down and have a conversation about money. She might never like expensive gifts. It might just be how she is. Y'all need to discuss it in detail to figure it out though. Also, it sounds like your girlfriend might like expensive experiences instead of things, judging by the way she said she expected something fancier for y'all's anniversary. As someone that came from a family that had to budget everything, the idea of someone gifting me a $6,000 jewelry item or a car makes me a bit uncomfortable. While it's not a bad financial decision for you, it would be for me, and it's hard to get past that feeling. Yeah, 100%. I agree with this. I mean, he's basically saying communicate. I wish people were a little bit more like, the way your girlfriend's going about this isn't super cash money. You know, this with the strike system and all that, but I think he's right. Like, I do think this puts the girlfriend in a very uncomfortable situation that, like, they need to talk about. Oh, shit. Mega Muse, thank you for resubscribing with Prime, making Daddy Bezos pay. I apologize. I did not see that. I'm sorry, guys. I've not been looking at, like, gifts and stuff. I've been kind of, like, immersed in the stories and in chat. Apologies for that. But thank you, Mega Muse. I appreciate you. Thank you for giving me your Prime sub and cutting into those Daddy Bezos profits for me. Yeah, guys, I kind of want to just go into the update. All right, we're going to rock and roll that. Let me get another drink of water, though. My voice is a little raspy. It definitely feels way better than it did, but a little... I honestly should start gargling salt water, like, more regularly. Gender Ghost! What up, home skilly vanilli? Asterian mentioned? What is Asterian? Oh, God. Do I want to look at it? Okay, wait, I liked it. It's cute. This one's cute. Is this going to hurt, chat? I kind of like that. I want it not drawn, but I do like that. I do like that, Ren. Oh man, disposal service. We gotta hit up Asian Fury to maybe remake these. Maybe Asian Fury can be my like home skilly vanilly helper. Oh, guys, real quick, give me 2 seconds. My editor replied about something that I just want. Sorry, no, I haven't done. Oh, perfect. Sorry, guys. Just making sure we can get out the video on time for Thursday. Alrighty. Look at my announcement. What? Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. What are you saying? What are you saying? What are you saying? Oh, perfect. Thank you, Gender Ghost. I appreciate you. I didn't even realize you were still in here. You the real MVP. You the real MVP. Dude, are y'all gonna Asterian these nuts in your mouth me? Or like, what is an Asterian? Chicken Sandwich, welcome to the stream. Gabriel, welcome to the stream. Asterian is the vampire twink in BG3? Is it really? Is there another Asterian? What's happening, guys? I'm so confused. Oh, Tim Eady, welcome to the stream. Tim Eady, I didn't even see you were in here. Thanks for coming through, guys. I love it when you guys come through to stream, bro. It's so fun. We talked about it. Okay, all right. You know what? This sounds like a confusing. I'm just gonna read this update. All right, y'all yap and chat with each other. I'm gonna stay in my lane. Alrighty, guys. Here we go. Update May 24th, 2020. 4 months later. I asked her, could we just sit down and talk? She said she doesn't want expensive gifts for multiple reasons. She felt like she'd be indebted to me, felt like a gold digger, and felt she could never do anything like that for me. She said it'd be okay if I occasionally bought her some chocolates or flowers. I apologized and told her that I enjoy making people happy, but I clearly wasn't accomplishing that by buying her stuff. I didn't consider the person receiving the gifts. I also expressed I didn't like having a strike system in place that I was unaware of. She said from now on, she will just tell me when I do something. She said from now on, she will just tell me when I do something she has a problem with, and that it was unrealistic of her to expect only 3 issues through the course of an entire relationship. Okay, all right. I like that. You know what? She came to the conclusion. Gotta give her props for it. Someone commented that if after buying her those gifts, did I hope... Someone commented that if after buying her those gifts, did I hope even a little that she would be less likely to break up with me? The truth is yes, but that's in everything I do. If it's making her breakfast in bed, coming over and doing all her housework, or just rubbing her back or scratching her hair, I want to be the best partner possible. I hope that every single thing that I do makes her less likely to break up with me because I love her and want to be and I want to be with her forever. Okay. You know what? That's cute. I'll say that's fucking cute. I get it. Because that's what you should do in a relationship. Go above and beyond to like make that person love you more and more and more. I like it. My voice got really squeaky there. We're gonna ignore that. I also asked about the fancier date comment. She said that was her expectation, that she wasn't disappointed, but kind of saw it as an occasion where I could have splurged a tiny bit, but certainly didn't have to. She said we can find a medium because she knows what she considers a lot and what I consider a lot is different. That $6K for me and for her were very different. That a car for me and for her were very different. Speaking of, I now more than ever acknowledge the difference between my upbringing and those around me. Because of the pandemic and as my family's wealth gets bigger, I realized how unaffected I was compared to everyone else. And still, I want to do what I've always done. I say to my girlfriend that I'm interested buying things. And still, I want to do what I've always done. I say to my girlfriend that I'm interested buying something for myself. She says I can't spend 6 figures on something I wasn't thinking about an hour ago, and she's right. I don't need it. I want it. Being with someone from a different background has opened my eyes. I would have bought and already had it. She said I could do some good with my money. My family is going to begin giving to people affected by the pandemic, but it's really just to make us look good. My dad didn't just wake up and feel like helping people. She says do that if I want to spend. We gave her car to someone who lost their job and it made her feel really good. Oh, that's really nice. Yeah, I mean, listen, like, I don't know. I think it's funny. Like, I think the argument of like, even if people are doing good things just to look better, like at least they're doing good things. I think that's like a fair argument to bring up. It's not the best situation to do good things from. And I think for things to be like truly, truly good, they need to be coming from a good place. But I mean, still, a good act is a good act. So like, hopefully OP is not doing it just to look good, which it doesn't sound like he is. All right. Honestly. Funny how when you start communicating, shit figures itself out. All right, chat. If y'all are having problems with the moral of this story, if y'all are ever having problems with your family, your loved ones, whatever, just talk to them about it. The hard conversations is how you get over the bridge. You know? You feel me? That being said, chat, I need to figure out Sarby puberty voice crack. Fuck! Yeah. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to hit that puberty, but it just never hit. Just never hit. You guys, I gotta hop off stream and figure out what the fuck I'm doing for this concert. But I appreciate y'all tuning in, coming through to the stream. I love y'all. Thank you guys for coming through and making this fun. All right. It would be so much more boring if I was just here by myself. So seriously, guys, thank you. I'm planning on going live tomorrow, guys. I got a lot of videos to record before this weekend. So we're gonna fucking record them. All right. Get ready to come tomorrow and lock the fuck in. Okay, chat. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow on stream. Make sure you're in the Discord. Make sure you like up the stream. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're following on Twitch and have those post noties on. Goodbye. Mwah.